to billionaire at 21 through corporate structure. Second, 2.6 billion at 26, and basically in 2009 is about 3.7 billion. You see, the goal is the structure and the rules and tools. So today, I'm trying to help everybody I can. But again, I know in the past you've been ripped off by somebody, maybe friend and family member, maybe waste money on a bunch of stuff. So we're going to go through a lot today, and I need to get that tablet and pen out so we can begin. There's going to be rules and tools you have to master. Not easy. This is live, so you have a question or two, basically ask the question, I'll answer it, then I'll ask you to like me and follow me too. So the bottom line is we want to broadcast to the world and change it at the same time. In the beginning, I'm going to say no pictures or recording. It's a mindset. We have to understand that. Again, from there, I want you to have your cell phone ready because there will be a couple of pages I want you to take a picture of today. As we do this, let's understand, okay? I've accomplished every goal I ever had. I looked at a goal as accomplishing it, never questioned it, never stopped it. So that's how I reach goals. For instance, that's me in 1981. In 1981, I had the highest kick and fastest kick on planet Earth. And every once in a while I hear some ding dong say white men can't jump. Makes no sense to me. But again, I like goodies. You like goodies? My goodies were Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and mansions and money to pay my bills. So today I want to show you how to get your own goodies as well, if you allow me to coach you a little step of the way. But I need you to write down literally, see it, believe it, go get it. See, I look at things and I'd see what I want and make my list and I check it twice and I go get it. But again, I would always pray over it anyway. So understand. So we're going to talk about the highest kick, but no, the highest goal. I looked at it this way. If I can touch it, I can kick it. In other words, I can do the splits every which way. And the bottom of that light is 13 feet, by the way. My assets are about a 6-foot locker. I used to jump over the lockers for the fun of it. I would do things people say it's not possible. So again, if I could touch it, I could kick it. That was my mindset. I kicked the door down when I was 10. And I was at Chihuahua Junior High in Costa Mesa. The Register newspaper took a picture, and I was kicking the basketball hoop. And they put white boys can jump. So again, if we focus today, and we literally look at see it, believe it, go get it, we'll accomplish the goal. Now let's understand, it's very simple, mindset. Every goal you have, it takes 38 steps. That's all it takes. Write down your goals, and I'll walk through the process. If you can't do it, I'll do it for you. I've been helping people like you since day one, 49 years. Now, the next thing is we're going to master a goal. We have to hear something 8 times. I'm going to ask you to write some things down 8 times so you can master it. And then from there, what do? When you apply it, you're going to ask questions. Because what you really want to do is you're listening and watching me today is to change your life and quit bringing the pain home. So let's understand. I call it auto income. Now, we're going to go back when I was 17 and a half years old. Now, I didn't know about passive income, residual income. That wasn't my focus. I never get to high school, okay? At 14 and a half, I was brought into basically Orange Coast College, driving a Lamborghini with $1 million in the bank. That was just me hustling, making money. But you know what I did at 17 and a half? I had basically payphones. I go on to start doing a payphone route. It's fun, making $300 a month per every payphone I ever get. But it seemed like everybody kept complaining about that kind of business. They would be complaining about the business, and I started buying up their routes. I ended up having 22,000 payphones, average $300 a month. That's about 6.6 million a month. But then I had my 19 houses. They told me I couldn't get number 20, so they're telling me no. I don't accept the word no. No means they don't know how, as far as I'm concerned. When I was a kid, I thought the grown-ups were stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. That's just my opinion. So when we do something, I took my properties, put in my division process. See, I'm the guy that invented division process in 85, 86. So I freed up my time to go get more real estate. One point we had 2.2 billion in real estate having fun. So today we're going to talk about auto income. Write it down. The goal would be to do this to replace or enhance. Your goal is simple. To basically what again? Replace or enhance income. We got to get to 10,000 a month and then get up to 100,000 a month. Goals to me is like 100,000 a year, then per month, then per week, then per day. That's how I break down my goals every step of the way. Now understand. Ray's way of life. It's pretty simple. My first series that I did for the world was winning the game of business. So winning the business game is simple. All right, and that's what we did out there. Then the next series I did is I had what's called the Millionaires Founders Kit. So winning the game of business was fun, but it's like, what do we really want to do? What I realized about consumers, like most of you, you need something broke down. So I got 12 books, 12 months of the year. We master each book in CD, and that was the full blueprint. Now understand, I call it financial freedom. I put in my first series, Cash Flow Feed Your Time, even though someone else stole that as well. What do we get to do? I sold this kit, 12-book CDs, at the Los Angeles Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. for $5,000 a set. I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for that time too. So the goal is that blueprint. The blueprint for success, I own the rights to that too, so I got to tell people once in a while, you can't use that. They try, but guess what? Can't use it, I own it. So what do? We get to play the game to win. Now understand, I'm going to want you to take a picture in a minute. I want to show you something I'd like to do with you or for you and get you to the American dream. We're going to call it Ray Reynolds Auto Income. We're going to take a corporation, which half you have a corporation, or you should, if you want one, we'll get you one too for free. You pay your filing fee. So let's focus right here. A corporation's a legal person. I'm not here to be CPA an attorney. Reality is, it's a little disclaimer. If I take a corporation, I'm going to have divisions, which I invented the division process in 85, 86. If I get a credit card for the corporation, all right, I'm going to daisy chain it. So let's write down daisy chaining. What we're doing is we're building your future here. You don't know it yet, but you will. We daisy chain a credit card. For instance, American Express, they do not fluctuate. They have unlimited, and then they have a pay over time limit as well. It's like a double card. If I get one card, $100,000, I'm entitled to get 9 more to 99 more. You see, this is the goal. What most of you did, sorry to say, is you actually hurt your family by jacking up your personal credit because you didn't know the rules and tools that I set up. Now let's understand, I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough in the 80s. He was security chief at TRW in Experian. I'm the one who's training him. So let's understand exactly what needs to be done. All your personal cards need a sticky. We have to dummy proof this. If you got a $10,000 card, you got it at home today, and you're gonna go, yeah, look at us. Let's go to dinner, let's go shopping. I'm gonna say stop. A $10,000 card is only worth $2,900. See, what you did is you broke the rules and tools, and no one taught them to you anyway. When you take a card past 29%, you get stuck, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and your family in a corner. You brought the pain home. I call that silly and dumb, by the way. But again, it's up to you how you focus on this. So if we understand that we're going to take our personal credit, and we're going to basically rebuild it, put it over here, and we're going to build a bunch of corporate credit. We're going to get millions and millions. By the way, borrow money is not taxable, and corporate credit doesn't show up on your personal credit file. So once again, as we start this little what matrix, we start your blueprint for you. The goal is what? Get 1 or 2 of these. What do we get now? 9 more. See, that would make $1 million of credit. I think everybody should have $1 million of business credit in the first place. So each card would be up to $100,000. So what do we get to do? Now, the next thing is if your corporation does business, I'm sorry, I'm going to call that stupid. I don't think people are stupid. I think they do stupid. You see, if you name your corporation after you, that's called dumb. You name it what it does, that's called double dum-dum, because all you can do what it says it can do. Neutral name management company. A management company manages an entity called a division process. Each division has the ability now to have a business. I can multiply the credit and I can multiply any company. What I've always done for over 49 years is auto income, and I picked something ran by a third-party management company. So again, what do we look to do? This is your future. All right, you think that you're going to just call one of my call centers and we're going to rebuild your credit, get your bonus card and all this blah, blah, blah. I've been given 1 time to 10 times your money back to everything I've ever done for 49 years. So what is our goal? Up to $100,000 a month, if not to $1 million. So if we do it my way, I'll get you there. So now here's the time to take your picture. You see, you have the ability to change your life if you choose to. Okay, you brought the pain home. You should have learned how to play a long time ago. I've been broadcasting online or in person for 49 years. It's like, where you been? I hope you took your picture. Now, to get a business in escrow, let's understand, the down payment has to be anywhere from $50 to $100 to $200,000. If we partner together, I might take 3 clients that I call my soldiers with me to bring up that $200,000. You see, what we need to do is understand. So I want to get you $100,000 of corporate credit. We're going to use $25,000 to $50,000 as a down payment, unless you want to just partner with me privately as well. It's going to be up to you. I've done this since 1987. When we look at corporate credit, The ultimate goal is how much do we really want? There's about 10 million here. We have $62 million of credit on dashboards ready to play and rebuild anybody. But again, they need to follow through. So I hope you took your picture, by the way. Again, what do? Let's understand something. When I created something called daisy chain, it was 1988, daisy chaining of credit. You might think about a credit card for you, get an authorized user, that's just in the way. It's totally in the way of what we're trying to do. So let's do this way for corporation. I call it a pack of 10. If I get an American Express gold card, I'd like 9 more, by the way. That 9 more can represent $1 million of credit. Will that give us the money to literally finance the American dream and write it all off versus stealing it from the family? And that's what most of you do. You steal it from your family. Sorry, that's just the wrong way to do it. So I call it a pack of 10. I give people that all the time, by the way. So again, we get to play the game and win. You see, the goal is to not to bring the pain home ever, ever. It's not acceptable. So what do? Now, you got to focus on this is understand. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini, one of the ones part of the collection. Here's a $100 million building. And then from here, here's the 5 islands in Huntington Harbor. And I have a prom at the time. I got 3 yachts, 2 race boats, a Duffy, and a bunch of Sea-Doos, and they're all over the place. So I went in my backyard. So I had to go purchase the largest U-Dock and the biggest mansion there. Why not? If you can, you do. So are you serious about this? The goal is, are we serious? The problem with some of you, you're afraid to have a rich corporation. You're afraid because you don't know what you're really doing, and you brought the pain home so many times, it's like you're afraid to go anywhere you're trying to do. So again, it's what you're stuck with me. We're going to follow through every time. Now, what I'm doing for my clients this year is we allocated $10 million. So here's an allocation of $10 million to partner with people, and what we want to do is get them to the auto income, the process to replace or basically enhance income. And that's the ultimate goal. Now, the investment group wants to go public in about a year from now. Hopefully about that time, we're at about $10 billion. And I want to ring the bell at the stock exchange anyway. That's been my dream. What are we going to do? Auto income. Now, let's understand something. Now, I call it you do. This means I will coach you how to do everything. You do it all yourself. If you want, I could be one of your CFOs. I can also be your attorney in fact. And that means we do it together. The next thing is if you want, I'll just do it all for you. So I call it you do, we do, I do. So write it down. So let's focus what the goal should be today. Now, here's Bill and Susie. We know the world's changing today. It's changing everywhere. People are being laid off or fired. All right, it's like, oh, what's happening? Between government and everything else. Okay, so here's the problem with most of you. What Bill and Susie have a problem with is in 8 months from now. They got laid off. I said they got fired. That's just it. They don't have a job now. What do? Bill says, I'm going to just go get another job. So is Susie. We have a problem in 8 months. My vice president gave me this for my birthday. Isn't that nice? But we're running out of time. So let's understand. In 8 months from now, Bill and Susie are going to have an what day? All right, day, week, month, or year. Because what's going to happen is I can't pay the house, can't pay the car. My credit goes to what? So the reality is very simple. We got choices, but here's the problem. Before Bill and Susie screw it up, this is what I did for them. What you should have did in the first place for you. We called the creditors to increase their limits. See, what you did is you jacked up the cards and then you asked to increase them. And it's like, are you kidding me? That's what you did. Next thing is we increase the limits as much as we can. From there, we basically look at the credit reports. You see, credit is a number we're measured by. Every one of us are measured by a number, and that's the credit score. Next thing we have to think about is building a personal credit up to 100,000. Here's the problem. You're going to think that's too much, and that's not really true. Let's understand something. Here's a venture one for, all right, 50,000. Would you like 2 of these? Okay, would you like some greens for 30, 50, $100,000? See, here's the thing. Here's the rules and tools that I put in my head for me, which you can apply to you. If I have $100,000 of credit and I'm only allowed to use 29% rule, that gives me 71,000 safety credit in case I have a what day, month, or year. See, we got to realize time and the score can go up or down, and we control that. So there's a problem, $100,000 of credit. Next thing we got to think about is this: we have to cut out things we don't really need. Most of you waste $50 every other day on a bunch of crap. I watch people in the office do that all the time. They go to break and bring back a bag of crap in a bag for 15, 20 bucks. All right, this is what I see, but it's up to them. Now we got to set up a corporation. A corporation is a legal person, and that's what we can understand. Okay, so looking forward to the summit. Well, I'm glad to hear that from there. All right, because we're having a summit, having some fun with it as well. So as we do all this, so from there we can partner up as we do this. So again, the ultimate goal. So the summit's coming up. So someone brought that up. It's nice. It's a 3-day event for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in about a week. It's going to be 3 days of connecting the dots, in other words. All right, so it's like anything else. When it comes here, Paul, we have to understand something. I'm going to repackage you, Paul. I'm going to show you what you need to really do. I'm going to go through that blueprint with you, past, present, and yucky, and everything else, but I'm going to rebuild your mind way. See, I don't want any of you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. That's just my opinion. If you let me do it, I'll get you to millionaire status. So again, that summit's coming up. We're going to have fun online or in person. We just got into our new office about 3 weeks ago, and the classroom is perfect for every one of you to show up. So let's go back to that corporate structure, okay? Here we have Lewis here. Lewis talks different than he did when I met him years ago. He knows how to talk and walk now. It's amazing. It's like I'm not talking to the same person. But he goes to the summits and the boot camps all the time, which is good. A corporation is a legal person. Your problem with you think it's going to protect you. The corporation on Secretary of State's website, it's right there. So's your name. When they sue the corp, they sue you. And that's the biggest problem. Okay, the difference is Supreme Court created corporations as a legal person for one reason, to receive money and pay tax when they're profitable. A lot of people out there are giving you some bad advice, especially on TikTok, YouTube, and Google, going blah, blah, blah with their baseball caps backwards like they're geniuses. But again, what can I say? Division process. Divisions don't have your name on it. And the difference is the division process protects you. See, here's the thing for me. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. I got to eat out of a trash can. I got used and abused as a kid. I was born in a damn taxi. They didn't want me, okay? So I had to fight my way to get out of hell. And what I wanted to do is understand how to get to the American dream. And that's what I did. Division process. You're going to need 18 of these. 9 to daisy chain credit, 9 for locations. 9 and 9 is 18, by the way. All right, so let's understand. 100,000 of corporate credit. We have to have 100,000 of corporate credit. We have to have that. We have no choice. Why? Because we want a daisy chain to put 9 divisions. That makes it $1 million. If we're going to take a chance in business, we're going to roll the dice as a division, not a corp in the family, because that's kind of silly and dumb. It's what most of you did in the past. That's going to stop. We're going to do it my way from now on. Now, here's the problem. Bill and Susie need an income within 8 months, or they're going to go down the rabbit hole. House, car, and family and food on the table. So what do? My favorite business I've always done is storage units, one of my top 10. So because it's run by third party. So I built enough credit so we could partner up and get a storage unit. Now the whole building, no problem. Their income to the corporation now is $17,350 per month. So they can enhance their income, still find that job, or have this basically be the income. In other words, hire yourself. All right, so never sit like a duck. That kind of sucks. So as we do this, understand, before you're next or getting fired or hired or whatever, why don't you hire yourself to the corporation and never bring the pain home? See, that was the ultimate goal for me. I don't want to bring the pain home. So let's say today you want to partner with me. We have a checklist. Everything I do is a checklist in rules and tools and steps, because the outcome comes out every time the same way. We get to win. I've analyzed over 50 million people in my life so far. Corporation, 18 divisions. Write it down. Credit report, personal business, 100,000. Next thing, we're going to obtain a blueprint call with me. We're going to describe that as well. How we can go through past, present, and future. The ultimate goal is to think, do you have a bankruptcy? You have a tax lien? You have any problem? Did you mess up American Express or Chase? So the ultimate goal is very simple. So, Randy, we have to understand something. Okay, as we do this and you want to partner with me, we're going to get to know each other. Okay, God gave me a brain in a different way, because I have almost total recall on those things. So I'm going to know your case file and you and your spouse and everything you're trying to do. So I'm going to repackage you my way, because I don't like your way. I'm sorry. The blueprint call is priceless to me. It's the way we set the tone. They attend the summit and boot camp. I have basic boot camp, I have millionaire boot camp, billionaire boot camp, and this one here is connecting the dots. All right, we got to connect the dots. If you want to partner with me, you can't miss it, because I don't know if I'm doing another one this year at all. So again, online or in person, it'll be up to you. What do we do next? All right, current coaching programs. We have mini coaching. We have basically 6 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. We have up to a year. See, when you apply knowledge, you're going to need answers to your questions. If you let me do most of the things for you, that's going to be important. We can actually accomplish to go faster and quicker. Checkbook money. I'm going to line you up with the bank. I'm going to be the one on the phone with you to the bank. If you allow me to be your CFO or your attorney, in fact, I'll be one taking control of the call to make sure we get that checkbook money up to $150,000 with no tax return. Now, here's the things you have to have: A, B, C, and D, and E. It's very simple. Escrow. Let's understand, if we partner in any business, Michael, all right, one thing we're going to do is we're going to get you an escrow. You're putting 25 to 50,000 down, and we might partner with 1, 2, or 3 people. And I call my clients my soldiers because I had a problem in the 80s and 90s. I couldn't do everything. So what I did is I partnered with my clients and made them millionaires and billionaires because it's fun. I got 33 millionaire clients and 31 billionaires now. And I was also known as the Incorporated for Rich and Famous. That's kind of fun. If we close an escrow, you're going to be part of it. Your division will. Next, in the beginning, we're not going to get a lot of money. We might only get $4,500 a month for 6 months. We're building a reserve. Then after that, we'll get up to that 10,000 after we build reserve, because we're going to leverage the you-know-what out of it. Leveraging money makes sense. So there's your checklist. I hope you take a picture of that today, because that's exactly how you have to do to partner with me. I have positions available right now, and I have 3 right now that we're going to partner in the near future, May, June, or July. How fast would you like to partner, get into a business? It'll be up to you. How fast do you sign up for Summit right away? So let's understand something for me. Okay, I like goodies. Okay, I don't like people that rent things and all this weird stuff, and you can find it's not really their Lamborghinis or Ferraris. These are things I obtained, okay, under the division process. 80s and 90s, they kept giving me a bad time because loan to value problem. Division solved that, okay? So basically, as we do this, it's very simple, okay? All right, it's like Mary here. Mary has a way to play the game, but Mary's problem is she's been a client off and on for years, and she didn't finish her blueprint. It reminds me of Linda. I made Linda a millionaire 5 times, probably 8 times, but again, she has to finish it because every time she gets to a certain point, the change of the world changes, or the direction, or that industry changed as well. So here's what happens, okay? If you're going to partner with me, all right, we're going to basically play a game for 12 months. 6 to 8 months, you're going to have your own location, or partner with me, have a piece of something. We got bi-weekly calls. That means you're on the phone every other week, you with me. Okay, from there, you go to the summit of the boot camp. Very simple. Now, coaching packages for a year with me range from $20,000 to $30,000. Because you're partnering with me, all right, John, let's understand, what does that do for you? We get basically for $10,000. It's a flat out 10 grand, you're stuck with me, because we're partnering and we're going to make some money together. And that's the goal through the corporations and the divisions, is making the money together as we do this. So keep in mind, if you're one of the ones who want to do this, I have about 3 positions I have right now to play with. And the ultimate goal is getting past go. Now, I would like you to take a picture, all right, because if some of you ask, she's like, all right, George, here's how do I pay you? Well, it's simple. We know the banks, July 6, 2022, they created and bought Zelle. I think Zelle's great. I mean, you get Ray at rayscredit.com, you Zelle money, all is simple. I like simple. Banks nowadays, it's hard to even get money out of the bank. So again, take that picture so you understand when you RW to Zelle anything, you say what you Zelled it for. Pretty simple. I like simple. Now here, the call centers are waiting for you too. So you have 800-254-9506. So you got people that'll take your call now, and that way you can get into the program right away. But if you use a credit card, remember they can charge up to 5% because that's what the bank charges us. All right. Now I'd like you to draw this diagram right here. Okay. See, this gives me an opportunity, all right, to help every one of you, like George here, Lewis here, Michael, Katie here, okay, Linda, all these people here. It's great because what we get to do is you draw that diagram. How many times you have to draw it? 8 times. 8 times, okay? It's like Randy here's got questions, and the goal is very simple for Randy. Let's understand. What you have to realize if your business today is, what did the banks do? Banks bankrupt branch numbers. Separate tax IDs means corporations owning corporations, Randy. So that means they take the money and the assets and walk away, and they write off on their taxes. That's how corporate structure works. Unfortunately, Randy brought the pain home in the past. We got to stop that. We're going to do it my way from now on. A grocery store uses a store number. I hope and pray to God you actually drew that little diagram there. Let's do the one on this side now. See, this is you. You're entitled to 3 divisions of you. Let's write down, Joanne, let's write down division of me. Why? Because you have a division of you. You don't have to be you. You don't have to bring the pain home to your family. And the goal is you have a division of you, allowed tax ID. Again, how to play the game. And don't worry, I'm the guy that set up the dashboards in '87 anyway. If I had 3 chances to try, as long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, I might as well be dead. That's the ultimate goal. So let's look at banks and grocery stores, Sam's Club, Geico, or Cities. What did they do? When they have a problem, what do? They file bankruptcy. Cities got to the point when they have that, oh, what day? They created in Chapter 9 bankruptcy, by the way. So a city can bankrupt the debt, stay in front of you, and stay in business and write it all off, which they've done, 11 of them so far. So if we can master rules and tools, we could change our lives. You could stop bringing the pain home today in the first place. You brought it pain home because you had the lack of knowledge. See, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. We're not stupid. Half the world's just freaking lazy. Become a certified CFO. Change your mindset to millionaire status. What do we have to really do? Look beyond the curtain. Do not accept things. It's like 4 of you. Brian here, he spent $4,700 to buy a corporation through a silly attorney. Then the attorney charged him the filing fee on top of that. So what did you get? A piece of paper with a magic dust on it or something? Corporations are free. I've been giving corporations for free for 49 years. You just pay your filing fee. That's all you need to do. But again, how do you understand that? So we look behind that curtain every time. We have no choice. So as we do this, remember, I'm going to tell you to write down what I believe worked for me. It's worked for me since I was a little kid. See it, believe it, go get it. All right. I mean, I'd pray whatever I want. I mean, I pray at the gas station, I pray at the ATM machine. I just got to pray because something's always going to screw up. It's like the devil's trying to knock me down. So what do we go? All right. What do we have to do? Understand CFO. If we're going to repackage you, and let's go back in time, Repackaging America, one of my companies years ago, incorporating you. I gave Don King Only America for his movie. I had that one as well. So if we do this blueprint, what do we have to do? 100,000 of personal credit. Corporation, 100,000. What do we need? Corporations, 18 divisions. It's a checklist again. Get this in your head is how it works. Auto income. Next thing we're going to do is asset protection. See, we want to make sure they can't take it away because they was trying to sue us no matter what we'd say or do. The world's crazy. Okay, they want to bump you at the Sam's Club and get a bumpity bump and try to get everything you got. We got to protect house and family. That's the key. All right. Now we're going to show you some story. We're going to show you exactly about one of my clients who's been a client for 40 years. Okay, Linda and Dwayne. It's very simple. Now, was it easy? No, there's no easy thing. I mean, let's see. Where's my magic wand? See, my magic wand is broken and it's bent. It don't work. All right, they get all that BS and those other things out there anyway. I had to rebuild their credit. Credit repairs are fraud. Okay, you're trying to trick creditors to rip them off. That's not good. Rebuilt their credit to a 770. It took me 142 days. Again, we had to tear it apart for both of them. It's just how we had to do it. Next, we had to think about American Express personal and business card. Why? American Express are the only 2 cards on planet Earth that do not fluctuate. So write it down, do not fluctuate. They don't go up and down based on utilization. They have a pay-to time limit. They're unlimited as well. So these are the cards. You don't have to jack up these cards over here. And the problem with most of you, you jacked up the wrong damn card. You screwed up. Okay. I didn't know, Ray. I hear it all the time. All right. That's an excuse. You should have found me a long time ago. That's on you, by the way. So I got him $100,500 personal credit. 100,000, I can promise, each one, okay? Husband and wife, okay? Next, 450,000 are business credit. You don't use personal credit to start a business. That's just plain stupid. You can't write it off. Maybe you loan the money a little bit to get started, but from there, it's corporate credit all the way. Borrow money is not taxable. Now, I told them if they hand me one of their gold or platinum cards, I will actually get them a blueprint loan. Now let's understand and write down blueprint loan. What happens is if your corporation or bank account aren't trading 100,000 plus a month, you tend to not get approved for a blueprint loan up to 250,000. I have bank accounts that do more than that all the time. So I partner with you. I take your corp as a division of me, and I get that exercise right away. Now, if we do this correctly, for instance, on Linda and Dwayne, their blueprint loan was 240,000. 240,000. Now, Linda's been a client for 40 years. All right, literally, if you watch her testimonial, she'll say I made her a millionaire 5 times plus. It's actually about 8, but that's beside the point. So here, one of the things we lined up and I coached them into doing, and what did they do? They bought a Hyatt hotel in Texas, but it's 2.3 million. The down payment is 200,000. So if we took 4 people at 50,000 each, could we be the partners in that and get some money? The goal is yes. So there's 117 units, okay, in that hotel. Converted for military retirement, they get $1,700 a month minimum per unit. Is that good? So the monthly income on that project is 187,150 under a division. So that's what we get to do. 3 more projects as well as we close escrow. So what do? 344,000 monthly income. And this creates literally a $6.4 million corporation. And this year they should do about 10 million to the corporate structure from profit and nonprofit. So what do we get to do? So all I'm ever going to do is show real stories of what people can actually do. So 1 year, 210 days. That's what it took to get 344,000 a month and $6.4 million yearly income to a corporation. You see, you've been trying all your life. Now, I know you have. You're 45 to 75 years old and you think you blew it. Well, let's do it my way so we don't blow it anymore, okay? So what do we have to do? It's very simple. Now, they got started with what I've always done with everyone else. They started with $1,999. See, in every program I've ever done, I always give corporate credit or personal credit, usually up to 10 times your investment. As I build you credit, you invest in more projects with me and things that you need through your corporate structure. So that's what they did. They kept using the money to build more and more and more. But they started with 2,000 bucks, okay? You've wasted that. Average person here today, like George here, he wastes $50 here every day all the time. So does Joyce. They do it all the time. Why? That's just what they do. So what do we get to do? So check out Linda and Dwayne's story, testimonial. Check it out on the website. Okay? Now, if you want, you can take your phone right now and you can go right here and you can scan it in. And then you can follow me and click the link below and get stuck with me so I rebuild you too. It's pretty simple. You see, I help people all the time. I like to rebuild every one of you, if you allow me to. So what do? We start with the list. I believe you have a goal list in your phone or you wrote down something, but I like to do the list for you. The goal list is very simple. This will be a daily, weekly, and a project list. I'm going to do it for you, okay? All right, so Eric, I'm doing the list for you so you don't screw up anymore. Is that okay? All right, because your last list sucked. It didn't work. So we do it my way for a while. So if we do this, you let me write the list for you, and I'm on the phone with you all the time. See, I don't want you to think. I just want you to do what I tell you to do. Don't think, just do. Now, here's a problem we might have. If you don't have a corporation from last year, the year before, banks want you to have a 2-year corp or divisions 2 years long. If you don't have it, all right, you have to wait till next year for line of credit. Now, that doesn't stop corporate credit cards and all the other pieces. It just stops a line of credit up to 150. If you need, I have them in stock. Let us know. So what do? We change our mindset. All right, my ass etcher's high 6-foot locker. I was jumping up lockers doing stuff people say you can't do. Now, I didn't have to run 50 feet and go do it, okay? I could do 1 or 2 steps and I'm in the air flying. I always thought I could fly. I always felt like God's holding me up. So what do? Reach the highest goal. But again, we're going to get some goodies. You like some goodies? That's what I call goodies, okay? But I need you to write something down now. You ready? All right, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not to corporate my family, and I have no intent to do fraud. So far, you've been sacrificing you and your family the whole time. Knock it off, please. This is 2025. This is a year you get to run. You don't look back. You get to set up your goal and say, I'm going to accomplish it. You're stuck to the goal. I never question it. I never stopped till I got it. I don't understand. Okay, are people just lazy or something? Just because you get knocked down 1,000 times, you get your butt up 1,001. This is life. Okay, it's a test of faith and persistence. So help me, help you, and help other people. It's amazing. I have referral programs. I have affiliate programs. Okay, so let's understand. If you referred people today, for instance, you get store credit or I'll sell you some money. Robert Izell did $1,250 last week. $1,250 in his bank account. But I also said make sure the Zelle is your business cell because the income goes to the corporation instead of you. Got it? See, if it goes to you, you're taxed on the income, goes to the corporation, you don't pay tax till you're profitable. Different way to receive money, huh? These are the things you have to learn by listening to me, how to structure it right. All right, his referrals will make him, this month alone, all right, will make him about $5,400 a month. So should you refer people? All right, hey, come on, Kenneth. Should you refer people? You should refer people all the time. Now, here we have this organization we just partner up with, analytical750.com. So write it down. Here's an organization going nationwide, doing all kinds of fun stuff, and it's the only place you can get all three reports, credit reports, with all three scores at the same place. Believe it or not, nothing else exists like that today. So here's what happens. This weekend and today, if you refer anybody, okay, what they're going to do is very simple. We're going to give them their credit reports and score for free one time. Now, that referral you refer to can make some money for you. So what do we do this? Why don't you just scan that in your phone right now? All right, maybe you'll take a picture and scan it and tell your friends and family. Every one of you know 10 people. Would you like to make $1,000 tomorrow? I got classes from basically 6 o'clock in the morning all through the day. Why don't you come play with me? If they get into a program, you get a commission to you or your corporation. So I'd say let's get their credit reports right away. But again, you got to scan it. That's the first thing you start with. All right. Now, if I've ever helped you, like Lewis here, Lewis, I'd like you to do me a Yelp, review would be nice. John, same thing. Richard, same thing. Joyce, the same thing. Do a review. Because what do we get to do? Get to tell the world the truth, how it actually works. All right. Now, you got to ask yourself a question now. Okay. Do you want millionaire status? It's simple. Do you want your corporation to have millionaire status or no? If you just like your life, and I think your life's boring as can be, in my opinion, I think you're just getting through the motions and you're not happy at all. That's what I feel. Again, it's not the money, it's the mindset. So if you don't want to play with me, go away for about 45 minutes and come back. But if you really want to go get it, let me have the opportunity to explain things to you so we can get you where you need to go. But it's up to you again. So we all have a sad story to tell. Nobody cares. I'm sorry. It's how I felt as a kid. I was born in a taxi. They didn't give a crap. Okay, I got thrown in a trash can and get out of a trash can too. So what am I supposed to do? Feel sorry for myself? Heck no. So I'd like you to take your picture right here. Here's the problem with half of you. Half of you have jacked up your credit and you're stuck. You're flat out stuck, and what are you going to do? Okay, get a raise, win the lottery? That hasn't worked. So what do we get to do? What are you going to do, Michael? What's going to happen now? Okay, we have the ability to play the game to win. Now, I can just tell you about me. All right, in late 2010 and 11, I came out of a coma. I get to die and come back. They stole everything I had, my 3.7 billion in corporate structure. What did I do? Okay, what do you do when you go to your house and find out it's not your house anymore and you're homeless and your wife and kids are in the car? What do you do? Simple. And you go to Mark's place. Mark's family owns Jewelry Mark. I'll be right back. I'm walking with an oxygen tank. What did I do? I came back to the car. She says, where's your wedding ring, your Rolex, your necklace, your bracelet? Honey, they're being cleaned. I lied to my wife. I lied to her today. It's my job to protect her. That's a man's job, to do his job. I'll die for her. So I'm not going to tell her to make her more upset. I'm going to take care of her wife because that's my job. So what did I do? Now I go to Best Buy. I'm on a mission. So understand, I have 3 divisions of me. Write it down, 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions, okay? And that's how I looked at it. I always have safety as a backup. In case I have a know what day, I got to be prepared. So we go to Best Buy, I need the computer, I need these pieces. I went for an instant account and they gave me 25,000. Best Buy. I need the computer in the bag. I got these Visa gift cards so I can slide them in my cell phone. Okay. So what did I do? All right, understand, I got instant credit for 25,000. Let's write it down. Supply credit can turn into cash. That can help you rebalance your debt because you got a problem. You might be stuck. So if we took basically what I did, 51,000 of supply credit into cash, I can rebuild myself. All it takes is a little bit of money, right? Simple. So if you're military or your family are ex-military, let us know. I can line you up at USAA or even Navy. I've had clients that are maxed out on their credit 100%. I literally at a 550 score, got them up to 50,000 line of credit and $40,000 in credit cards. My dashboard helps all these pieces. So we can help rebuild you if you want, but it's up to you. Now, if you got a collection account, I'm sorry, I watch these things on TikTok all the time and I've never seen so much BS in my life. All right, I was never late. That's a lie. Okay, now they're closing the account. I didn't do the inquiry, they close the account. Oh, I don't want to pay that bill. If you want to be a damn crook, be a crook. If you got something from that credit, you got to pay them or negotiate something. You got to kill the debt. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. Now, here's another problem. Some of you don't file tax returns. Well, they just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did for 3 years and cost them $18 million. Half the world's gone, who's Wesley who? Because he's, who is he now? Here's the thing. You have to understand you don't pay tax under a corporation until you're profitable. If you do it my way, simple. So the IRS has a form called 656 433A and B. This is where you can repackage yourself. That's the ultimate goal. Let's get in our heads, flat out. All cards that we have, personal cards, have to stay at what percentage? 25, 29% rule. If we master that, then we know what card to use. If we have an oh what day, very simple. See, they don't fluctuate and they're up to unlimited up to $1 million. So again, you didn't ever had to bring the pain home. You brought it pain home because you didn't know any better. TRW, Thomas Raymond Woolrich, Bicycle Parts, El Segundo, California. All right, no problem. I got to train Yarborough, Security Chief at TRW Asperian, and then became Asperian in 96. When I drew the first one of these, it was very simple. I called it good, fair, or hell no. See, the reality is the way it's set up, you can actually win the game of business if you listen and learn. But again, here we have again, analytical750.com. I'm help endorsing them because I want them out there all the time to help Mark here, Joanne here, or Linda here. Because why? Here you get all your 3 credit reports simultaneously. They're going to reanalyze you, and they're going to help you, and they're going to have a 24-hour call center. Here's the 10 steps for a 750 score. Once again, take a picture. Okay, let's focus on that. That's going to help you get to that 750 score. And they're going to help you, and you're going to do my classes as well. And we're going to do rapid refresh and rapid rescore. Don't worry, I understand those too because I created those in 86 and 87. I'm the guy that created rapid refresh and rescore. It's kind of fun. So if we do this correctly, let's understand what happens. They're going to replace Credit Karma. I was threatening to sue them during the pandemic because they kept saying 42%. All right, and that's the problem. The information is not correct. Their scores aren't right. They just want to clickety-clack. There's no fun there to help you. I want to do everything I can to get them fired, okay? Because there should be 24-hour call center to help you, and they don't have that. Here, this company will. Analytical750.com. So let's understand what happens. Full credit report analyzation. This means they're going to tell you step by step exactly what needs to be done so you don't have to guess anymore. And that's the gift that they're going to give you. Now, you're going to Zelle $25 today. You don't know it yet, but you're going to. That $25, they're going to basically want you to Zelle $25 or basically send it right away. What's going to happen? They're going to, every 46 days, a live person on the phone is going to go over your credit report with you. Okay? So you understand the good, bad, and the ugly. So what's going to happen is, all right, that phone call, the faster you Zelle that $25, the faster they can set you to the calendar to call you right away. And that's the ultimate goal. Every one of us have the ability, but we need to listen and learn. And that's what we want to do. Now, the next thing is their dashboard is setting up how to get the Dun & Bradstreet for corporations, how to analyze that. Now, when it comes to Experian, Treasury, and Equifax business reports, I'm already setting up for you as a client. If you're my client, I'm setting them up anyway for corporate division. So then these are business reports. Because I believe you need basically analyzation so you know what you're really doing. Most of you have been guessing the whole time. Lewis used to guess all the time. John used to guess. Don here was the worst guesser there was. He kept screwing it up so much it was ridiculous. What do? There's that Zelle. They'll Zelle you 25 bucks. Put basically your phone number in the message so they know it's you. They'll call you right away to set up the appointment too. All right. Once again, if you have any questions, we have our call center at 800-254-9506. They're waiting to help you and hold your hand. There's no second guessing anymore. Plan the problem because it's going to happen. If you're going to get your assets kicked 100,000 times, get up 100,001. Again, now let's focus here. Here's chapter 18. Okay, so Randy, I need you to pay attention to this. All right, Joanne, I need you to do the same thing. All right, not here to be sapient attorney. That's not me. I want to help you understand the process. A corporation is a legal person. It's right there. Okay, that's what I heard. I was 7.5 years old. I'm at the whole family house, and then Wednesday night I have a poker game, drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, going blah, blah, blah. I wrote it down. I didn't know what it meant. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. There's a library. Man, what does this mean? I just want to know what it meant. She was rude too. She came back 5 minutes later. Here's a McAfee's, here's a book. I read the book. So I'm looking at what does it do? Now here's my problem. I didn't pay attention where it says it may sue or be sued. Neither do you. See, a corporation is sued, they sue you. Congratulations. You just fell through the rabbit hole. Now I had a problem in this bottom part. Not required to file a fictitious business. 17983. When I was 9.5 years old, that bothered me a lot. I couldn't get it off my head. I kept circling and thinking about it again and again. Now, what did I do? 9.5 years old. I sent away 10 bucks. That same corporation today is $30. My first corporation when I was 9.5 is called Helping Hand Industries. Okay, I'm the first one who started that in the first place. You can check it on Secretary of State's website. Now, what happened next, it was really weird. Back then, we got these credit cards in the mail without applying for credit, personal or business. I also got named in the movie Dave, by the way. Okay, so check it out. You'll see about Ray Reynolds and Helping Hand. All right, now the next problem I screwed up on, because I was screwing up because I'm learning how to do things, but like you've been screwing up too. Now you can learn from my screw ups, okay? What did I do? I started the Orange County Blind Center. I used the word Braille. Braille belonged to the Braille Institution. Didn't realize that about trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. So I got pulled into court. I'm 12.5 years old. Again, you have to never bring the pain home. So I had to learn what I was trying to do. Now, the lie. I believe every one of you lie to yourselves. I believe your CPA, an attorney, and a corporation service lie to you anyway. Why? It's going to protect you. No, it doesn't. Understand, the moment you sign for a car for a corporation, you pierced your veil. The moment you sign a lease, you pierced your veil. The moment you basically sign for a credit card, okay? So answer your question, Bill, it's very simple. How do you avoid that? So let me finish what I was going to say, Bill. See, you sign things as SSN because you choose to do that because you didn't know any better. You have the right to basically sign SS4, a division of me with a tax ID. So, Bill, the main thing is let's restructure your corporation because I think what you did, you screwed it up. That's just my opinion. In the 87, Ken Yarbrough and I wrote a book called File Segregation. I didn't like it. Ken was ex-CID, bodyguard for President Nixon, and he wanted to lie. I don't want to lie. Ray, your divisions take 3 to 6 months. If it takes 6 months and I get a legitimate tax ID from the IRS, I'm going to take the 6 months. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it correctly. So again, write down 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions. So what do? The lack of knowledge is why Bill brought the damn pain home, which he never had to. He's guessing. He's listening to other ding-dongs that don't know what they're really doing. Maybe listen to those people with their caps backwards on TikTok. Act like a bunch of geniuses. I'd like to challenge every one of them. So let's think. What is this guy doing here? One of the longest shows on TV is Americans' Funniest Videos. And every time we watch it, we're going to look at that. Look how stupid these people are. Every one of them think how stupid they are. See, we are not stupid people, but I think we follow stupid all the time. So we're not stupid. Half the people are lazy. Let's go get after the goodies, okay? All right. Now, here's the goal. Every one of you have the ability to play with me if you want to. That means Saturday morning. Saturday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you can play with me in classes. So I have no excuses. Your excuse on Friday or Saturday, you didn't show up. If you don't show up, what happens? Nothing. And that's on you, Bill. That's on you, Susie. All right, Carrie, your biggest problem is you don't know how to listen. You got to turn these up because the reality is you need to follow through. So you're stuck with me getting goodies if you want. I don't have an excuse. What excuse you got now? So guess what we get to do? Let's go get some goodies. The goal is to repackage you because of your lack of knowledge. We're going to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Now, again, if you want to partner with me, I'm going to call it boring and steady, which I put in my first series, winning the business game, winning the game of business. Okay. So what I'd like you to do today is someone drive you around your city. What I do with my soldiers, my clients, is I go buy up their neighborhoods. I want you to drive by something you own 25% of or 50% or 75. I want you to look at, hey, I own that restaurant. I own this, I own that. No, the corporation does. Do you know what it does to you for a mindset? My clients became the best word of mouth for everything we're doing. So what do? Someone drives you around, all right, and you look at these things and you pull down the visor because you're the passenger, and you ask yourself, why don't you own them? My question is, why don't you own them? Lewis, why don't you own the McDonald's down the street? Why don't you own the storage unit, Mark? Okay, I don't understand. Carrie, why don't you own it? What's wrong with you? Oh, you're so busy trying to run a business that fails, it's ridiculous. You wasted $100,000, Lewis, on crap that didn't work. Aren't we tired of wasting money? So the goal is simple. Let's own a piece of your neighborhood. And that way when you drive by, go, my division owns a piece of that. So the goal is simple. Now I had a problem. When I was 26, I got 2.6 billion of corporate structure. I got mansions in Havasu. All right, I got mansions in Big Bear. I got mansions all over the harbor. What am I going to do? My biggest fear at 27, I was going to get fat, ugly, and die. I thought I'd be dead at the age of 27. I decided to help more people like you. Take a picture. These are the kind of things we're going after. I want every one of you to partner with me because I'm going after trillionaire now because that's half the fun. So again, you want to play? Let me know. What do? We go after the goodies that are around your corner. Because what? It's auto income. You don't run a darn thing. We do it all with you, for you, our management companies. You don't do nothing besides get some money. But what do we use? We use corporate credit to write it off. Borrow money is not taxed, and we finance the dream. I mean, come on. How hard is it to get $25,000 off of a credit, line of credit, or check money to own a piece of something? You've already wasted a lot of money, most of you anyway. Why don't we invest at this time? Let's get the dream. Is that okay? All right. What's going to happen with you and I, when I created the division process in 85, 86, we got 4A, and 4B. So let's say you basically want 25%. Okay. And then I'm going to get 75%. No problem. We can do that too, based on what we put into the escrow. So now you have ownership into your division to the corporation. That's fun. Usually people in 6 months or 12 months, they get to pick what they want. What if you were going to get 75%? I was getting 25%. See, it's a numbers game, what we put into the thing, how much skin we have in the game, and to close the escrow. So again, you're part of the whole process. You can do it yourself or do it with your base. You do it all. It's up to you. What do we get to do? We get to play the game to win. Isn't that what the goal is? I mean, come on. So what do we do to partner with me? What do we have again? We have the ability to create our checklist. Again, I hope you took a picture of this earlier. This is the checklist, how to partner with me. And that means we're going to create an income up to 10,000 more per each division we try to do. And the goal is all I need you is to follow through and don't think, just do what I tell you to do. The more you think, the more sometimes you screw it up, okay? What is our goal? 10,000, 100,000 a month. Well, 3 of you can play right away. But again, it's up to you. Now, my 1-year coaching is $20,000 to $30,000. The partner with me, because we're going to share a piece together, this is the opportunity to spend $10,000 to get into it. and we're partnering together. You're getting calls every other week for 12 months. 6 to 8 months to get your first piece of the action. Bi-weekly calls, and you've got to go to the summit. It is mandatory, online or in person, for summit. Because if you don't learn to play and learn the rules and tools, it's not going to work for you. All right, it's just not going to work. There's your Zelle, or the office phone number to work out what payment and what you want to do right away. 800-254-9506. All right, now let's look at other people. For instance, Robert here. All right, this is actually John first. He got 26,000. Again, it took him about 3-4 months to do that. It's not easy. You got to get him to start listening. Okay, so I said 3 to 4 months because it almost took 4 months. Again, EV charging stations are fun and instant. Robert, 35,000. Okay, 4 months. Okay, then we got David, took him 8 months. Okay, what do we do? Carrie took 14 months. Again, the goal is to keep building up and away by a division process. If something goes wrong, it's a division, not the corporate of the family. We don't steal from the family anymore. Now, what did I do is very simple. I took people that were homeless. I wanted to prove my point. Glenn lived in his car for 3 years. His wife left him when he lost his job. Boo-hoo-hoo, get a better woman. She didn't hang in there. So what do we do? So here's Glenn, lives in his Pinto car for 3 years, telling his story. I put him on one of my info commercials years ago. Brand new car, $1 million, house, truck. Then I would take people out of prison. They come out of prison, what do? Here's Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross for $3 million. What do we do next? We play the game to win. Thomas, he was in prison for 26 years. 6 months later, brand new dump truck business. Michael, God rest his soul. Arnold, okay, presidents, all right, Costner, Giovanni for Pixar, okay, college professor. Steve for Gold's Gym says, I motivate and kick ass. That's what he says. From there, we got Kirk and Vane, and I got her $1 million too. See, no matter where you come from, Bill, George, Susie, Carrie, John, it doesn't matter because we can go get it. The only excuse is you. A, you're lazy, you don't want to go get it. But if you're not, let's do it my way. I've also incorporated Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers and Angels. But here's our problem. I believe you had a kitchen table meeting. You sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family. Honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody. What did you do? Let's jack up our credit cards. Let's drop our score. Let's get stuck so we can't get any more. Let's hawk our house and bring the pain home to you and me and be stupid. Well, that's what I think you did. I'm sorry. It's just called stupid. There's no way in this world you ever had to bring the pain home. It's impossible if you did it my way. You jacked up the wrong damn card. They don't fluctuate, these two. I mean, come on. Isn't that a 750? See, we don't have shit day, week, month, or year to last forever. You just have to get through that time. Safety credit. If we get through that, we're not doing stupid anymore. We're actually repackaging ourselves. There's the goal. 100,000, all right, literally, Mary, 100,000, personal business. All right, that's the answer to your question, how much credit you should have. What do we have to do? Repackage you. If you allow me to do it my way, not your way, and I repackage you and get you the 750 score, we're going to go after 10 cards. Write down 10. There's 5 to let you know. We're going to take what? The green spark that's 100,000 up to that, and 2 are the cards at 30,000 each. That's 160. If I take those 3 green cards, 160 times 9 of the daisy chain I created in the first place is at $1 million. If I take B of A, they have 3 cards times 9. Okay. If I take Wells Fargo, 4 cards times 9. Now, ink cards, they have 5 of these, 5 times 9. If I take the American Express up to 100,000 paid over time limit times 9, do I have $1 million now? So here is up to 5 million of 5 cards. Borrow money is now what? Taxable. So we can finance the American dream, write it all off. Now that's up to 5 million right there. If we take and go to the bank next, what do? Banks will give you 50 to 150. All right, no tax return if it's lined up correctly. These are my 5 favorites. So when I look at Richard, we're going to do this. Robert, we're going to do this. Joanne, we're going to do this. Mary, we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to line it up correctly to repackage you. Is it easy? No. If you get knocked down 1,000 times, what do? Robert earlier today emailed us and said my score dropped. Well, Ray, can you check it out? Why? He took his Capital One card 76%, and he's asking me why. I'm sorry, that's called stupid. Robert's not stupid. He's a professor at a college, but he just did stupid. He wasn't paying attention. That carelessness is going to cost us 90 days. I was getting ready to call the bank with him next week. He just cost us time. I want him in as a partner in a franchise, a goodie. But again, this is up to 5.4 million right here. So between the cards and the accounts, that's up to 10 million, not counting the other 5 cards. See, you should never steal from the family in the first place. The $1 Million Maker program is simple. Corporations and divisions playing with me. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corporate, my family. I have no intent to do fraud. You should be saying that 10 times a day, because that's what you have to believe and receive. We get to play the game. Let's pretend you're going to do everything I say and you're going to turn these up. We'll do it my way. Wouldn't that be the fun thing? Do it my way for a while? Okay. So here we go. We're going to take corporate credit, borrow money, it's not taxable, and we're going to buy the lifetime income. The what again? The lifetime income. That means real estate or franchise. Okay? You and I are going to partner together, do it together. That way you're part of it every time and you get to learn how to play the game. Eventually you can say, Ray, I don't want you anymore. I can do it on my own. Every time that happened, like Linda, she came back 8 times. You got to finish your blueprint, but it's up to you. Manageable debt, offsets taxes, 100,000 are personal, auto income, and $1 million of corporate credit. That's the goal. Got it in your head? Then we're going to leverage money. I've been teaching them how to leverage money for over 49 years. Fun. Now, here's an opportunity today because I want to partner with every one of you. 50% discount. What does that mean? All right, let's figure out, because you have a budget, all right? You have money you can afford to invest in something, and sometimes you got to push it a little bit. You need 100,000 in credit. The office normally charges you 10 grand. It's 10%. No problem. Now, their sale right now is very simple. All right, it's $8,000. Just save about 2 grand. If you did it during the webinar with me, I mean, it's now with no hesitation. Oh, what do you get to do? You get a 50% discount. That's 100,000 I can put to you or corporate both. But again, what do? The goal is here's 5,000. Well, if we get 100,000, how much are we going to spend? 25 to 50 in an escrow. We're not using it all. I will not max out any situation and put us through stress to close an escrow. It makes no sense. So again, $5,000, 50% discount. You want 50,000? No problem. What do? $39.99, 4 grand. You save $1,000. Let's say all of a sudden your budget's like anything else, $25,000 of credit. Instead of $2,500, what is it? It's $19.99. This is what Linda did in the program. She spent 2 grand. Now understand, if you spend 5,000 on one of these cards today, the payment is $50 a month. What you actually waste every other day, you could finance the American dream, write it all off. See, the problem is you're doing it wrong, but that's up to you again. That's that 50% discount today. There's your Zelle. There's the phone number to the office. You got operators willing to start and talk to you now, specialists. 800-254-9506. So Bill, that's the number you're asking for. There it is. Give it a call and see what we can do to work within your budget. Now understand, my dream was to Ray Reynolds University. 1 technology driver, over inspector, and 22,000 square foot building. I accomplished my goal. 2009, I found myself in a coma after a fireworks, taking 78 people on one of my yachts. Coma. Come out in 2010, 11, and what do I get? I had nothing left. So again, what do? So here's what happened. My first series was winning the business, right, in the game of business. Winning the game of business. And that's what I put out there to help everybody. I did put, cash flow fee for time on page 6, paragraph 3. Someone else tried to take that as well. So what do we have today? We take 1,000 steps to go get the $1 million dream. 1,000 steps. Are you willing to follow through? The Millionaire's Founders Kit, Bonaventure, 5,000 a set, 32 years. So again, 5,000 a set. Now understand, there I am after we took out one of the yachts the night before to watch the fireworks. I had a good time. Next day, I'm in a coma. That actual picture, I died at 5:41. Hospital takes a picture of your time of death, by the way, if you don't know that. Time of death actually is for the state and federal government, so no one can transfer your goodies because they want it instead of them. That's why you have probate. What happened is my wife called the office and got a hold of Ron. He's in a coma. They say he's going to die. Ron gets a U-Haul truck to go steal the books and CDs. What nice guy, huh? My IT manager, Tom, what did he do? He wanted to see if he could sell my websites and my phone numbers to the largest bidder, and I had 50 million people in my database, so he sold it to a porn site. Never called the phone number on the CDs. So the people around you sometimes are the ones going to hurt you the most. So that Millionaire's Founders Kit is very simple today. All right, Office is going to sell for $1,000. I give it away literally for $4.99 half price. If you're going to Summit and the boot camp, you get them free. Okay. All right. And I did a discount the other day, Ron. Ron, you can get it for $199. There you go. Because I gave a discount a week ago. Go for it. We'll see if Ron's going to follow through. The real estate system was managing $2.2 billion in real estate. Financial system was simple. Become the bank, buckets of money, and tax balancing. We got to play the right way with the IRS because they're in charge. Office is $19.99 for those, and I give it away. Literally half price of $9.99. And I know you're going to ask that question again. So yes, I gave $2.99 on these series as well. And if you sell that, you can get those today. It's simple. Classes. Do you want to play in my classes? Do you want to go to specialty? Would you like to spend the whole Saturday with me and part of Friday as well, all through the week? What happens is classes, you have level 1, 2, and 3 in specialty. Now the office tends to sell for about $3,600. Okay. Today it's $9.99 if you want all classes for 90 days. See, tomorrow I have a nonprofit specialty class for nonprofit. We charge $500 per class. So again, for $9.99, you get 90 days of all those goodies. So you save about $5,000. What it is again, Zelle, call the office. Work out something that makes sense to you and me. We play and we win the game of business. Now, here's the 3-day, I call it a boot camp, they call it a summit. Okay, boot camp, so it doesn't matter to me. You're stuck with me for 3 days, online or in person. We're going to reach the goals, and that's the goal. This is how we connect the dots. So you get to play with me basically the next weekend, not this weekend, on April 11th, 12th, and 13th. Online or in person. We have our now new office in our private classroom. All right, so we get to have fun. So again, it's up to you. Have a lot of people flying in. By the way, we're half sold out right now. So the faster you get into it, the faster you have spots online or in person, because again, we only allow about 25 people in it because we don't want to over talking each other as well. But I'm looking for the partnership. That's the goal. We're going to connect the dots. The office sells this for $5,000. $5,000, and they give $50,000 in credit. There you go. Now, if you don't want credit, no bonuses. Today they announced they're doing $29.99, $3,000, so like $1,000 a day online or in person. But you can call the office and you can talk to one of the specialists right away. So again, that's what they offered. Now I'm offering something more than they are. Again, if you want it all 3 days online or in person, and you're not going to partner with me, it's $19.99. All right, online only, then you Zelle. But you work out what makes sense to you with one of the specialists right away. 800-254-9506. Now, here's our class's specialty. Tomorrow's nonprofit. A nonprofit corporation is entitled to grant money. You can work in conjunction and create millions and billions of dollars through nonprofit and profit working in conjunction. So these are in rotation every 8 weeks. So what happens is you get to play. Now, please do not hire somebody to get your exemption. Okay, so Katie, I know you wanted to pay someone, they're going to charge you about $11,000. Average is about $15,000. Don't pay anybody. Go to the class. I'll show you how to do it for free. You pay a little filing fee to the state. That's it. In the federal government. You also want public benefit. So they told you about private foundation. The answer is no. It's not going to work that way. Okay. So again, answers to your questions. Again, we have state and federal grants and city grants. There's portholes everywhere. So a nonprofit working in conjunction can help you work with your city and create a lot of money and jobs. Again, you would get a form from irs.gov 1023. It's an exemption of 501c3 public benefit. That class rotates every other week, 8 weeks, by the way. Now, nonprofit corp. Now, if you don't do it this year, or you do this year, you have to wait till next year. See, the nonprofit grant money, they want to see you in business for over a year. If it was last year, you're okay. If you're just doing it this year, you wait till next year. That's how it works. So if you want one that's in stock, we have profit and nonprofit corporations that we basically sell away for $5,000 each, and they're already a year or 2 years old. So here's a package for you if you want. Also list tax ID. If you want to enhance your profit corporation, you want to work in conjunction with a nonprofit, working with your city and all the things you get to do. 3 divisions is simple. They're actually from last year as well. Now, nonprofit workshop every 8 weeks. So what happens is today, because I want to partner with you so much, is simple. I want you to understand we normally sell that for $6,000. Today it is $39.99. Write it down as today price only. It is a Zell, plus also other thing is it also comes with $50,000 in credit. See, nonprofits allowed to build credit with basically no liability to you. You can build all kinds of stuff as well. So again, $50,000 in credit, all those goodies together, $39.99. What do? Zell, or call the office right away. You're going to realize that my team and me, we're always trying to hold your hand every step of the way. We get complaints sometimes we overhelp the hands too much. I call it getting past go. In other words, getting a bunch of goodies. If you want the American dream you've been fighting for all your life, and you're 45 to 75 years old, it's about time you step up and play with me. What are we going to do? Guarantee. If you do what you're told, John, okay, you do what you're told, Mary, within 90 working days, I can rebuild your credit to a 750. But I need you to be part of the program. That's why you get this live today and tomorrow repeated as well. See, most of the classes are always live. You're stuck with me. I have no hesitation to help anybody. Now, you have to be part of the program. We're going to guarantee in writing. There's only 2 things you cannot screw up. You cannot apply for credit during the program, and you can't jack up your credit cards. If you violate the rules and screw up what I did for you, what's going to happen is very simple. Because you get these things, invitations in the mail, say you're pre-approved, you're not. I add history to you, corporate divisions, and all those things come in the mail. Please ignore them. If you violate the rules and you crash your rapid rescore and you screw what I did in the history, I'm going to charge you a fee or close your case. In other words, just own your screw up, please. That's all I need you to do. All right, let's write down today's date. I'm a firm believer we need to see progress as we go through the process. We need to see things accomplished. We need to see things done. So if we write down today's date, we're going to be basically looking at August 4th, all right, and getting all these things to the 750 score. Now, hopefully my information or my, what I went through fighting through the pain helps you a little bit. I always felt I'm God's example a little bit. But again, we all go through good and bad. So what do? There I got to die. But I did hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. But I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back, my wife's falling apart. So what did happen? See, the machine stopped. I died. They took a picture of time of death, 5/41, July 5th. Oh, the moment that happened, I got a choice to stay in peace or go back. The machine went beepity beep again. And that's what happened. So I got to fight through the pain again. So don't have excuses. All right, I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old with a lot of lousy people. I've actually been shot with a gun 3 times. I've been nice 6 times. So I'm still here trying to help you, but it's up to you. To me, I call it faith and persistence. Again, what do you have to go through? God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, race boats and properties on all 5 islands. You got to put Ray Reynolds University on the race boats and yachts for the fun of it. The Duffy was taking the wife to Captain Jack's on Friday or Saturday for steak and lobster around the corner. From there, I like $100 million buildings and Lamborghinis. See, I need you to be part of this program. Now, here's another assignment for you. Can you write it down? Please write down driver's license, insurance, registration. You're highly intelligent. You get in a little, bumpity bump at Sam's Club, or you get pulled over by a police officer. You giving your home address to strangers? Are you crazy? You're intelligent, but what you did was stupid. I want that to have P.O. box or mail-in box, etc. Do not tell people where you live. It's a bad enough world as it is, but it's up to you. So if we look at Lamborghinis, buildings, and helicopters, and goodies, we can accomplish every goal we've ever had. Now, this is a weird picture here. You see, the Guinness Book of Records walked into the YMCA. I mean, we got people watching me do all kinds of fun stuff as well. This man and woman over here, all right, and he basically said one thing, where's the wires? He kind of pissed me off. I took one step and I jumped up and kicked at the lights of 13 feet. Not possible. He did run out like a little girl. He came back about an hour later, said this is an aluminum building, it couldn't be wires. It's like no blank Sherlock. Now, why I could do things, we kind of figured it out a little bit from there because I want to accomplish my goals. See, this is my grandfather. All right, Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. All right, Coach Bishop, my grandfather, won the Olympics in 1932 in Los Angeles for gymnastics. I think he looks like Al Capone. I only met him 3 times anyway. He didn't care. Okay, so what do? The word no doesn't mean no. It means they don't know how. So let's plan the problem because you're going to get knocked down again and again. That's just the way life is. Look at Credit Karma. I want to fire them. That's right. I want them fired. It's ridiculous. There's no fund over to help you. It's got to be against the Fair Business Practices Act. We're going to go after them pretty strong. LifeLock, please be careful. When Mark started it, he just came out of prison. They've been indicted 6 times. Indicted. Their last indictment's $100 million. Please be careful. But again, what do? Credit repair. Where's my magic wand? Oh, I got to find it. Oh, what did you do with it? Oh, let's go over here. Let's get out the magic wand and go bing, bing, bing. I know you got these people that are caps and going blah, blah, blah on TikTok. Well, that's good. Credit repair is a fraud. Okay, you're going to trick your creditor? That means you're going to lie. I didn't do that inquiry to close the account. That's not mine. I'm not late. Close the account. This is all a bunch of lie. The Fair Credit Reporting Act says you cannot lie. Cannot lie and deny it's yours. Okay, so if you're a liar, then you go to prison. It's simple. I mean, how many people they went after doing credit repair? It's ridiculous. The Credit Repair Organization Act says they can't collect money up front, but they do it every day. You got 2 ladies going, do this, stop. I watched one of them the other day actually put my letter that I wrote years ago online. This is the letter you use. Yeah, you got it from Google. My wife gave it to Google. I was in a coma. So let's understand. Section 611, write it down. Google it later today. It'll tell you what you can do for yourself. So let's understand. The CFPB went after the credit repair cloud, the #1 BS cloud about credit repair, teaching people how to get in the business. They indicted him for $3 million. Maybe go to prison. We don't know. We'll see what happens. So if we plan the problem, safety credit, we do a line of defense so we're prepared if we get our assets kicked. When I created this back in the 87 and 86, it was 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Simple. It hasn't changed. Now all your credit bureaus now keep saying this. Credit Karma kept saying 42% during pandemic. I kept threatening to sue them. I don't like bad information, do you? So if we plan the problem, we become a CFO, all right, and we understand how to play not to bring the pain home. Your problem is you brought the pain home because you didn't know any better. All cards fluctuate but 2. That means based on utilization, up and down, so, and that's how it works. You're balancing, go like, and that's how it works. But if we take the 2 cards that do not fluctuate, we jack up the right card during a what problem, we can make sure we don't bring the pain home. You brought the pain home because you didn't know how to play. I'm sorry, that's up to you. All right, so again, we get to play and we get to maintain 750 score. So we can go get some more. Simple. Ray's rules and tools. It's the only way it should be done because it actually works. So that 750 is waiting for you if you want to play and do it the right way. Now we're going to analyze you. Let's understand what that means. Okay, analytical 750, you're going to analyze your credit. We're going to tell you exactly what needs to be done. For instance, if we analyze you, all right, here's a client. They started at a 639. Here's an 828. Is that good? What do you think? Did that help a little bit? So they listen, they learn, and what do they get to do? Another client, 667, no problem. Here's an 820. So if we do this correctly, we can make the score go up. We don't have to lie. Okay, there's the graph going up, up, and away. So if we do it the right way, we can rebuild it for long term. And that's the goal, analyzation. Now, rapid rescore, rapid refresh, I invented about 45 years ago. Here's a 510, now looking at a 757. So what do we get to do? You got to be part of the program. That's the only way it works. Nice lady, she's got a 651. She's got no green lights. You'll hear me say green lights all the time. These are possibilities of new credit. Now, what happens is very simple here. All right, got her green lights at a rapid rescore to 750. Listen very carefully. If I add you to one of my credit cards, my cards, to my system, okay, and I ask for a card off you, authorized user, I'm given a choice, authorized user or separate billing. If it's separate billing, you get your own account, okay? Just like Joseph just got one for 35,000. Another one's 33.5, okay? Again, that's corporate credit. We can use that to finance a business. Here's a bankruptcy case. Nice couple. I mean, really nice people. They went to a bankruptcy attorney. What did he sell them? A bankruptcy. What do you think he sell them? A pickle or something? Here's the problem. They didn't need a bankruptcy. They didn't need it at all. So during the bankruptcy, I know they needed to rebuild their credit. I got them a unsecured card for 500 bucks during the program, okay? If you allow me to do it 99% of the time, I get your card, no inquiry. You do have 3 ding-dongs on TikTok. You need a capital one. It's like, I mean, the one with this baseball cap backwards, is he supposed to be looking like a genius? He looks like an idiot to me, in my opinion. But again, what can I say? You need capital, excuse me, that's an inquiry. That brings your score down. If you don't let me do it, then you get an opensky.com. Opensky.com. There's no inquiry. You put 200 bucks on it, you spend $25. Why do they try to make it difficult like they're a bunch of geniuses? I don't know. It makes no sense to me. So there you go, Billy. Billy, you do it my way because it works. All right, so what do we do? Here's a nice couple. Okay, what happens? They're late on their car payment. If he can't go to work, how do they pay their bills? See, it's the problem. Car has to be first, right? So here's $3,000. That $3,000 helped catch up the car payment so they don't lose the car, go to work and work your tail off. Got it? And we go after the collection crop that he's got too. So let's understand. When I was at the Bond Adventure, 32 years, our Inc. magazine came to talk to me. And they basically interviewed me, and we put they put on their next cover, use plastic to finance your business. The reason I show my cat is I built him $1 million of credit for the fun of it. It was a stunt. I was just opening show for American Success Journal. I did things with David Horowitz. I did things with George Putnam in my own radio and TV show. So let's understand, if a cat has 9 lives, so can you. It's called division process. There's no reason to ever bring the pain home, Bill. Okay? And Robert, it's ridiculous what you did. Sorry. All right, I don't understand that. So we can play. Jonathan, let's play my way. What do? We block crap, push the score up, and go get some credit and rebalance your debt. It will take credit or something like that to rebalance you because you don't have the money to get the honey. And what are you going to do? Win the lottery, get a raise? Good luck on that. Rapid rescore does one thing. If you do it correctly, do what you're told to do by me, I guarantee you 750 every time. Every time. A rapid costs 500 bucks. Now, here's basically someone who needed an expedited rapid. Back in 72 and 74, we had a problem. Okay, literally about rapid rescore, recalculating scores. You can't use credit to close an escrow, so you had to come up with what's called gifted money. Somebody could gift you the money. Okay, that's how it works. So again, here's a expedited rapid, 128 points, literally, all right away. But again, that's up to you. If you want it, they're expensive. Normally rapids are 500 bucks. This is $1,000, but it expedites it. It boosts the you-know-what out of it. So if you need one, it's $9.99. It's by Zelle only. They will not take card on this, okay? So what do we get to do? 45 working days. So let's understand. Today, every one of you, if you do what you're told, and this means Jill, you have to listen to, so does Katie, all right, so does Joanne, so does Mark. That means very simple. 750 score. We're going to rebuild you the right way, legitimately 750, okay? We're going to get you cards 5 to 10,000, which most of you don't have anyway. Then we're going to make sure there's a rapid rescore in place. For 9 months, we're going to go through that process and rebuild you, and we're going to do the dispute process for free. Free. Normally, you're going to charge you $1,500. Right now they have it literally discount for $9.99. You get to save $500. But then you get the opportunity to go Friday and Saturday classes with me. And then we can learn to do what? Don't bring the pain home again. All right, sorry, you did it wrong. I want to do it my way. I think my way works, your way doesn't work. Okay? So what do we get to do? It's getting you ready for CFO schedule, CFO status. Now, we call it something called Millionaire in the Making. We call it an MIM. It's a starter package. We rebuild you just like anything else, but then we charge you $2,500. $2,500, we give you 25,000 credit back. That's 10 times your investment. Better than being in Vegas. We analyze you, we add history, and we pop credit as soon as possible. But you're with me on my classes on Saturday and some on Friday. They're live. You're stuck with me for 90 days. So you don't have a problem answering questions all the time. And that's the goal. Now today, they're giving it away to save you $500 if you did it right away for $19.99. And that's the goal. So Randy, that's the package you need to get you started. That's what Linda did. Why don't you do the same thing so I can build you up and away? It's a Zelle, or it's called the office right away. Pretty simple to do. All right, here's the problem with most of you. You don't realize what you actually did. Okay, I'm sorry, you were told to get your SSN. What did you do? You went to go get it. Do you realize you signed an SS5 form? I don't think you paid attention to that. You did this at 14 to 16 years old. So as we do all these things, okay, I expect June, July, and I have 730 scores into the year. I believe the Navy Federal will increase my limit to 10,000 to 20. Well, let's understand something. When we look at the Navy, make sure I'm lined you up, please. If not, they might increase it. Let's not waste an inquiry. Okay, so let's do it my way to answer your questions on that because it's pretty important. Okay, if we do these things correctly. Now again, like I said on the bottom of this, just push the like button, follow me so you can get the real truth about what you're trying to do. But again, let me line you up a little bit. Getting somebody to 750. If somebody did things, Jill, the right way, I would say 90 days it'll be done. The problem is getting you to listen, learn, and follow through. It's like this. The SS5 form right there is how you connected to get an SSN. That created your 1040 tax return. See, you didn't realize how you connect the dots. See, that's IRS. So what do? Let's understand. They gave you one, and creditors now use it for what? Credit purposes. Let's compare SS5 to SS4. Now, I was 9.5 when I explained this to Ted Turner Broadcast, how I got 100,000 credit in the mail. I had to explain it to him slowly. He's supposed to be a genius, and I don't think he's that bright, in my opinion, at the time. What does it say on line 1? Come on, Mark, look at it. Eric, look at it. What does it say? Legal name of entity. What's an entity? If I create an entity, I'm entitled to an SS4 or individual person. If you go back in history, the IRS created a form called SS4 for everybody for credit purposes, period. It was not your Social Security number in the first place. What happens with banks? Branch numbers. Grocery stores? Store number. So if we listen and learn, and we create the entity that I developed and created in 84, 85, 86 called division process. Let's watch. Banking and credit purposes. What? Banking and credit purposes. Now, you don't need tax ID for divisions right away because I want them on the same bank account, and I sued them all in 96 anyway because I wanted to have separate banks. That would make no sense. So again, per entity, per what again? So if we are willing to sacrifice a division, not their corporate family, we can play like Bank of America and grocery stores and cities do. Your problem, you didn't pay attention. And that's your biggest mistake for you. So what do? Now, I had a problem in 87. I got $53 million of credit cards. They're shrinking my limits. What the blank? They're shrinking. Oh, what am I doing? See, they started a rule, if you don't use it, they shrink it to go loan it to someone else. When I created cash flow free up your time, very simple. I basically wanted to leverage money. What am I going to do? They're shrinking my limits. You can't spend $53 million of credit. It's ridiculous. In my book called Buckets of Money, so you know, Mark, you have a matrix. You have 2 of them in it, and I created 3 of them. So what happens here is what I did is I loaned out the money. I took a matrix and I created 4.6 million. Okay, so Jill, I need you to pay attention. All right, what do we got? Literally $4.6 million. I took 18 months, 41 divisions, and I created 190,000 a month. So I loaned out the money. I didn't realize when I first did it, Richard, is what happened is I didn't realize the notes behind that were $1.1 billion. That's how we get to 3.7 billion in 2009. I didn't realize that the notes behind it was $1.1 billion on top of that, because loaning out money created notes. I was just trying to save the credit at the time. So that's 190,000 a month. So if you play with me, if you're serious, I'm going to get you to $1 million to as much as you want. The average person will have about a $10 million company. Some of you will become billionaires if you want to, the corporate structure. You won't be a billionaire, but your corporation will be. You'll become what's called a puppet master. But again, I've been doing this since '98, by the way. All right. Do you want to be a millionaire? It's simple. Do you want to be a millionaire, Terrence? You do? That's wrong. I'm sorry, I'd say that's kind of silly and dumb. I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to have a millionaire corporation. I want to be the puppet master. So let's understand something. If you allow your corporation to do business or name it out what it does, it's called silly and dumb. And what happens when they sue the corp, they sue you. It's just proven. It happens every time. If you do division process my way, let's watch. Every division does what again? Gets a card. I get corporate credit for you, Brian. And what do I do again? I daisy chain it 9 times. So we need 9 divisions plus 9 more for locations. See, you got to be serious about this. Some of you, you listen, learn, and you go, what? Don't do a damn thing. That's on you. I create millionaires all the time because the reality is I just want it my way. So if I basically get you 10 cards, 100,000 each, is that $1 million? Each division can separate real estate. The financial system was simple. Tax balance, you got to understand they're in charge. Okay, they get to pay tax, all the tax we have to. Debt offsets taxes anyway, become the bank, and then we look at buckets of money. Every division to me was always a bucket of money because it can be. So if we take a American Express and I get you a pack of 10, if you can handle that, that'll be up to $1 million. Would you like up to $1 million? But you got to listen, learn, and follow through. That's why you're going to be at that summit boot camp. If you miss that opportunity, that's you. You've tried all your life to do something, it didn't work. Here, you're guaranteed what's going to work. But again, a division. My dashboard that I created in 1987 with Yarborough, training him too for Dear W. Sperian, I set up credit reports of Sperian, Treasurer, and Equifax under tax ID. That's right. I have to put 2,000 of history. Then after I daisy chain credit, I'll ask for tax ID. I don't need it in the beginning. So if I look at division process, they're $900 each. Okay, all right. So I can get with or without credit. So let's basically understand. Take a picture of this. Here's a way as you partner with me, 3, 9, 12. All right, with or without credit, no problem. If it's done today, okay, I'm going to double those numbers for you because you're here today. Now, by the way, since you're here, if you stay through this whole presentation, tomorrow, I'm going to put you in level 1, 2, and 3. It's a bonus. That's right. I need you to pay attention, Joe. Mark, pay attention. George, do the same thing. You're here today. They're going to look at the list. If you're not in those classes, they're going to add you for free. Level 1, 2, and 3. So you get to play more with me tomorrow. Wouldn't that be fun? It'd be fun for me. See, I like telling people what to do, especially when they don't know how to do it. Now you want them to follow through. Ultimately, it goes very simple. If you haven't done subscribe, on the bottom, hit the subscribe button, follow me, because I want to change this world. You can help me and I can help you. Let's double that number right away. There's your Zell, the phone number to the office. We have the ability to see it, believe it, go get it. So understand. Now, the office sells my phone calls 15 minutes for 5,000. Nope, $500. See, I'm 3,000 an hour, by the way. Big companies pay me all the time, up to 25,000 a day. But the office, $500 a phone call, no problem. Today, I was going to give you a discount of $399, no problem. But because you're serious enough about it, serious people, 15-minute phone call with me, that's what you need right away. It's $199. That's right. I want you to be serious because I want to get all the partners I can. I want all the soldiers out there as I buy up their neighborhoods. Got it? Now, blueprint call. There's a lot of information, and I know it's overwhelming. That's why you hit it 8 times and reapply the information all the time. I don't think I can help you till I blueprint you. What does that mean? That means you and I on the phone. I need your partner of life on the phone call with us, your partner of life. Past, present, future, good, bad, ugly. Did you have a bankruptcy or tax problem? Do you have you screw up American Express or Chase? I need to know the answers to these questions. I'm going to blueprint you and give you your checklist. I'm going to be the one telling you what to do every week and bi-weekly. Family, corporation, divisions. We're going to create an irrevocable trust because we're going to plan to live and plan to die. Got it so far? As we play this game, what do we get to do? Car. All right, the car should be a division, by the way. House should have been bought through the trust. We're going to focus on auto income up to $10,000 a month and build that up and away. And we're going to focus on cash flow for your time. A blueprint call with me, the office sells it literally for $19.99, $2,000, no problem. I always give a discount, literally of $19.99 to $9.99. If you're going to Summit Bootcamp, your phone call, because you're doing calls every other week with me, is free. You just got a blueprint call for free when you go into that, save you another $1,000. But it's up to you. Zell, call the office right away. I want you to make sure you're serious about this. Now, understand foundation. Here's the problem with some of you, maybe all of you. You spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper. You didn't learn diddly squat. And what my goal is, if you don't have a corp, I'll give you one for free. You pay your filing fee. That's it. And I'll still help you anyway. The goal is to stop bringing the pain home. Put your ducks in a row. Let me repackage you my way. Sorry, don't be offended, but I think your way sucks. Sorry, I just tell it like it is. I build millionaires. I have no time for stupidness. I'm sorry. You got to do what you're told to do. You've already been silly and dumb. We've all done that. Again, what do? We follow through. What's a corporation again? It may sue or be sued. What did I tell you to write? Again, draw that diagram again for banks and grocery stores and you having 3 divisions of you learning to play. Now, this is pathetic. I'm sorry, this guy lost his job. Boo-hoo-hoo, who hasn't been there? Okay, come on. We see this on the street. What are we going to do? He should, number one, have a garage sale, drive Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash. Go get your butt working. Amazon wants drivers all the time. So this is pathetic. Go to the church for the food. Hey, I can just tell you about me. I was worth through the corporate structure $3.7 billion, and they stole my stuff. It pissed me off. What am I going to do? Go boo-hoo-hoo? No, thank you. I got my 3 divisions of me and my 5 closet divisions. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. Bought my wife her next dream house. Happy wife, happy life. So I don't have any excuses. What's your excuse? You didn't learn to play? You're going to learn to play with me. We're going to play to win. Would you like some corporate assets? Billions of goodies? Simple. I like goodies. So we play. It's like when you buy the car the next time, you do it wrong. Sorry. You let them switch you for 5 hours? That's ridiculous. A car is fleet price, tax ID division. Write it down. You're going to learn that through the process of the classes as well. What are we going to do? Always write it all off. Now, if you lose house and car, that's okay. Don't worry. The creditor turns it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. Sucks. So what do? Plan the problem. Plan the problem. Now, here's our problem. We're going to analyze you. No problem. You're going to get into a program. You're going to figure what's budgetable. Okay? You've already been ripped off, friend, family, whatever. You dropped the ball. You screwed up 50 times, Jill and Mark. You did it. Okay? So what do we do now? We repackage you the right way. We're going to analyze you like we're doing today with people. Give them a case number. We're going to make sure their score goes up and away to like an 820. Why not? But what happens here is on the credit bureaus, it doesn't tell us what type of Capital One card it is. So I need you to write it down. You're going to call the office today or Monday, and you're going to talk to your specialist or somebody, and you're going to say, my Capital One is this type of card. Venture, Venture One, Quicksilver One, or Platinum. We need to know, is it a Spark card? So you're going to tell us, got it? You're part of the program. It's how it works. Okay, now you screw up American Express or Chase, they don't forgive people. So I will definitely need a division of you because they won't forgive you. The only way to go around it is a division of me. Got it so far? Now, ex-military, if you allow me and you're in a program, I'll line you up. I had 2 people the other day, Ray, I'm just going to do it myself. Good for you. They both got turned down. Out of 100 people, 99% of everybody gets a card lined up with me. no matter if you screwed up or not. If you're not lined up, good luck. On your own, amateur hour doesn't work. 3 of you violated getting cards for $1,000 or $500. My cards are 20, 30, 50,000 used in history. Even if your score is 550. I've helped like Torrance here. Torrance here, he's maxed out 90%. Okay, got him Navy. What did he get? $20,000 credit card. What does it help him do? Balance his debt. We got to start somewhere. Again, up to 50,000 and credit cards up to 40. So if you're military or have a family member who's military, Torrance was in the military, his grandfather was. And his grandfather, God rest his soul, was already passed, but they could find him in the system. So we can basically connect the dots there. Now, what you're going to do maybe on Monday, call the office at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I have a meeting every day with the whole company at 7:30 in the morning. I call it setting the tone. I want to make sure we're on top of the game to help every client there is. So again, you're going to call and talk about American Express, Chase, and anything as well, because I want us to connect the dots. Communication is the key, Bill. Every time we're going to talk again and again, and understand, here's what you're basically Chase. Chase says you have too much available. You're not using the darn card, you expect them to give you more? Why would they do that? Again, we don't realize, okay, you got to play the right way. All right, authorized users in the way. Trade lines are crap and fraud, by the way, if you don't know that. What do? We get you added to my dashboard. Rapid rescore, push up and away, green lights. Rapids cost $500. Don't screw it up, please. If you do, I'll charge you another fee again. I don't want to charge you a fee. So if you need an expedited rapid, you know it's $9.99. It pushes it up in 45 days, up and away. For example, 128 points. There you go. Very simple. Now, there's your Zelle, the phone number to the office to call right away. We want to communicate with you. We want to talk to you. We want to get to know you. We want to put you in a program and work it. Then you're stuck with me. Isn't that fun? Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like the truth if I tell you to get off your butt and go do this or that, but I tell it like it is. Now, today, if you're in a credit rebuilding program and you say you want $10,000 instead, which you should have, if not more, use Zelle $9.99 today. What they're going to do is now, if you want a corp, they're going to hand you a corp for free. You pay your filing fee. Okay? So again, to answer your question, Mark, all right, this is what you'd have to do to upgrade your package. Now you're in a class, level 1 in setup on Saturday for 90 days. You're stuck with me live again. Isn't that terrible? And then what are we going to do? We're going to give you $10,000 of cash credit to your package so you can offset the taxes for personal and business and write it all off. We're going to do the division process. You're going to learn how to play the game to win. What's a corporation again? It's right there, legal person. What do we do if we got all maxed out? We take a picture of it, supply to cash. See, there, you got to find a solution. Debt consolidation is crap, so is bankruptcy. But again, up to $51,000 I obtained, and I got to do repackage my life. So again, ex-military, let us know if you have military family. Now, we got to go back. You have to understand something. The only thing you can bankrupt, hypothetically, is SS4, SS5. Do you want to be the duck or the corporation or the divisions? So you had a chance to repackage you a long time ago. Line 1, entity, individual person. Banking and credit purposes, it's right there. So when I set up the credit reports of Spirit, Transit, and Equifax, I'm allowed to use tax ID. You sign building, car, apartment complex, storage unit, what happens when it fails? You brought the pain home. What are you going to do? You're going to call the office today or Monday and you're going to talk to us and communicate about your analyzation. Now, we have to look at numbers. Here's how it works. We don't talk about your name because we don't embarrass anybody. This is number 5689. Okay, all right. Priscilla is one of our specialists. So here she's basically the specialist for this person. So here's a person who has, it's number 5689. You signed up on 10/8/2024. Okay, the score went down. What happened? All of a sudden, we're trying to build you up and away, and you're losing points over here. Okay, we look at this. Okay, we have a bankruptcy chapter 13. All right, it was filed in 18, 19th, and 20. Now, not knowing the case yet, this person probably filed bankruptcy to stop a foreclosure on a house. They call it a bluff bankruptcy. Problem is, when you file bankruptcy, you didn't realize you could have sealed your record. And there's the stupidity of man and woman. You see, bankruptcy, and again, not here to be CFP an attorney, is automatic stay, Federal Protection Act. You could actually seal it before that company called Statewide got it and put it on your credit file, by the way. But because no one told you, what did you do? You screwed it up even worse. Here you have Self. Self came out of my boot camp in 2008. Self is, to me, is crap. So is Chime, in my opinion. So is Kickoff. Hell, you got all the ones I think are crap. How's that? So what do we got? Here we have a late payment. It's killing your case. Okay, we have bankruptcy stuff to block. So if you basically seal records and do what we tell you to do, we can go around all this crap. Here's a rapid was working. Okay, it was going up, up, and away. Now it's dropping. Why? Because your rapid ended on 326. It's going to drop. You should have stayed in rapid and make sure you do it again and again. It's already dropping. What do we got to do? Push the score up. Now, let's say this person just is a rebuild. That's all it is. So we rebuilt, done. They don't even get a bonus card. I think everybody should be a corporate millionaire. This person here, we should block this to a new rapid, go around this. Here we have Chime, which is basically, you don't need the crap. Authorized user, here, your authorized user is killing you. 122%. I mean, they're just shooting you in the foot. This is ridiculous. You should remove the authorized user. Okay, bring down Kickoff to 29%. Get around this crap here. I'll push you to 700 and pop you 20,000 of credit right away. But again, that's this person if they want to really go after it. If not, then they just deal with the crap that's there. We dispute, process, no problem. Late payment, why are you late? All right, you're all jacked up. The only one hurting your score is you. You have no green lights. So Priscilla is who you need to talk to today or on Monday. There's no green lights. That's not good. We have the ability to repackage you. So now here we have 60-16. Okay, you get a credit line as a bonus for 500 bucks. So again, this is where a program is. You got into a program and we're trying to rebuild you and we're trying to give you your money back anyway. So here we have this one main, all right, here on 2.9. Okay, I hope you stopped your rapid and started it. If not, you would have killed it. Okay, your rapid was good till 7.7. Hopefully you didn't basically screw it up. Here's Capital One. Everyone listen, please. These cards are, they're crap cards. Look at the limits, they're crap. You know how hard it is to balance $1,000 or $500 card? It's almost impossible. So we got to get you $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 of credit. Capital One, you log in like you're going to make a payment. You click like payment. Then it opens another window. It says I want on the right side. Click I want. Opens another page, second to the left on the bottom, increase limit. There's only two things you can do on a credit card that's jacked up. Increase the limit or pay it down. That's it. So this person here, number 6016, literally I could push them up to about a 700 score. This will take me 4 months. Got to balance this. Need to know about American Express or Chase. And what did you get on one main? Again, we need to create green lights. You have no green lights currently. So again, that's up to you. Again, Christopher is your specialist. Make sure you communicate with Christopher. This is number 6016. Here we have 6015. Okay, so here we have a rebuilt rapid 5,000 of credit. Jake's your specialist. Again, talk to Jake all the time. No inquiries, please keep it that way, please. We have collection crap to go around. Here's a big one for 12,000, 17,000. Ay, ay, ay. So here, let's go around this crap. Let's get rid of the authorized user because it's in the way. It's hurting you at 99%. Okay, maybe you'll tell that person increase the limit or pay it down. Here we got to go after this and balance all this. Okay, this can all be balanced. Do you not understand this? All right, American Express or Chase, any screw up there. Let's go around the garbage. Let's build you to 700. Let's get a real card that's got some $3,000 to $10,000 limit, and then let's rebuild you. See, here's the problem. This client, number 6015, no matter what we do to get their score up, they're going to screw it up again. Every one of you is going to screw this up again. Why are you going to screw it up again? Because you're not listening. If you rebuilt, you're fine. If you don't create it with an income, all right, and this is where Richard has to listen really carefully. You got to create that income to offset the taxes and offset the what? The dream, because you have auto income, you're not having that. 80% of clients who we rebuilt screw it up again, and then come back again and again. Finish the damn blueprint so we get auto income so you don't have to go back and forth and playing this up and down show. You've all screwed up 50 times in your life. You know you have, so do I. I know you have because you didn't finish it. We got to finish it this time. So 60-15, all right, I want you to do it my way for a while because so far your way sucks. All right, it's just the truth. So again, that was 50-15, 60-15, 56-38. Okay, now look, what does that show you? Pay attention. 55 points went up, and away. Boom, 17 points. What do we have? Come back here. We have a rapid rescore. So let's look at what we have. We have 56-38. They're a MIM, so that again, millionaire in the making. Right, Chris is your special. So you're a real client who wants $100,000. That's what you should want. What do we have? We have this new account for 200 bucks. I mean, I don't get this. Okay, so let's look at what we have. Let's look at the meat. We have basically here, we have 2 charge-offs, collection crap. You can go around it, get away from that. Here we have a discover for 500 bucks, $99, 99%. Luckily, it's not a big card. So that $500 bringing it down is the key. Your problem is, look at these zeros. 0 on a dashboard is like creditor going, you're not using your credit, why did I give you more? If this person was serious, we remove the Barclays, the authorized user crap, the other card here, Chase. You have any problem with Express or Chase at all? Do you realize that at 649, if you did what you're told, I can get you American Express card, personal and business, federal time limit at the $30,000 to $50,000. Again, you don't need this terminated authorized user garbage. Got to go around this. We have a capital one for 200 bucks with a 0 balance. So again, January, $200 card. You must have did this on your own. So if you get rid of the garbage and we build you up, we need 3 cards on time, rotate, then we start getting $5,000 to $10,000 cards. Then we need a corporation. You're a millionaire in the making. That means tax ID and add in history. This person, to get literally what needs to be done, will take 5 months. In 5 months, you have a 700 score and 100,000 credit ready to go. But are they going to listen and learn? They should be at the summit. The score started to go up and away. Rapid just finished. Now it's going to drop. We can't do that. Here's 58.72. Here's Navy. Now here's what happens sometimes. People, if you don't let me line up Navy. I need to do it on my own, Ray. Go ahead. Do you realize almost 99% of people on Navy get turned down if they don't let me line it up for them? This is Jake. Okay, your specialist. This is 10,000 in credit. Okay, you're 58.72. Navy twice. Okay. See, Navy, if you do it through the procedure I give about green lights and credit cards, we don't go after the Navy line of credit until we have some green lights. We know it's a slam dunk. Here you have Maverick, 148%. Like you said, look at all these cards. This is all crap. The only one worth the damn is a 5,000 card. The rest of it's all 1,000 or 2,000. All right, let's increase the capital ones or pay them down. Let's basically go back and forth here. Let's solve the problem with Navy. This one reminds me of Torrance. Torrance was jacked up like this as one, a 550 score. I still got him 20,000 at Navy, lined him up. It gave him money to balance the debt. See, you got to realize, Brian, all right, when it comes to your file here, and yeah, I know exactly who you are because I memorize everything, unfortunately. So what happens is if you balance your score here, I can get you the 700 plus. You're looking for 10,000. That's nothing. Okay, we got to get you 3 or 4 cards personal, up to 5 to 10. We got to get the business ones as well. We got to kick some ass at. I mean, look at the Maverick. You're already screwing it up. Okay, it's not hard to fix this and rebuild this. Again, let me line you up for Navy. Right now, you're dropping points because you lost your rapid. Okay, why? Simple. These inquiries, you didn't start and stop the rapid. You killed it. You killed your own rapid rescore. Congratulations. Okay, now you're losing points. We've got to get you back on track. Okay, now this person might get pissed off at me because I'm going to tell the truth. They screwed up. Okay, can you handle if I say you screwed up? Can you handle the fact that Mark, I said you screwed up, let's do it this way instead? Okay, Lewis did. I got to rebuild him. He couldn't get American Express cards. I got him all 4 of them. Why? Divisions and all kinds of stuff. Because he listened. And that's the goal, to listen and learn. Here's 5837. All right, we have late payments. Lates are the worst thing you could do. I'm sorry, I'd go sell something. I'd have a garage sale, I'd drive an Uber, Lyft. I would do something, not have a late. You're killing your own score. You're a rebuild. Okay, you're a rebuild. Here's an inquiry for Capital One. Okay, and there's no little star next to it, so then it means I didn't do it for you. Here's Citi Card, $5,000. If we balance this, listen very carefully. If this could be in late, killing your credit in the first place, we balance this, go around this crap, you could have a 700 score in 3 months. 3 months. And build more credit. Again, the only way to get you in life is to quit playing the up and down show. Here we go. Wee, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is what's happening. You're playing the up and down show. You're not fixing the situation. That's why we have to repackage you. Least the Rapid was submitted on 5/12/2025. That's amazing. It was submitted and the date hasn't even appeared yet. So I got to go tell the, the analyzation department, you submitted it on 5/12/2025. It's only April. How do you do that? Maybe you got a crystal ball and go in future time. All right, let's go in the future and get the lottery numbers, okay? Again, we have to fix that. But again, it just proves we do silly and stupid things too. Everybody's human. It's 5837. Here we have 6014. 6014, okay, across the board. Rebuilt 10,000 credit. Jake's your specialist. Oh, good. So this isn't bad. Let's watch. Here we go, B of A. We can increase the limit and bring it down to 29%. Here we have Navy. Please don't screw up Navy. This is probably the credit card. I can help you get the 50,000 line of credit up to 50,000 and more pieces. That's personal. You don't really want the business for Navy because Navy wants to do basically receivables or payables or something else. I'd rather get money to other places. So this is balanced pretty good. You didn't screw up Chase. Well, let's go get some Chase Inc. cards for 50,000. Is that okay? Let's build them from 30 to 50. Now, here's Rapid. It was submitted on 3/31. That's good. You're a new client. At least that date's correct. Now, what do we get to do? We get to push you up, and away. So as we add history and line you up, it's a rebuild, 10,000 in credit. Here's my problem with this client. They only want rebuild and 10,000 credit. Okay. Don't they want a corporation and get all kinds of goodies? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I could take this 800 and play the game and go 100,000 on personal business credit. We have 700 scores already. We could play the game to win. I'm hoping they want to play to win. That's half my fun. Here's 5899, 5899. All right, now Bill, I need you to pay attention to this, okay? Priscilla's a specialist. It's a rebuild. It's a Rapid. It's a basic case. Doesn't show any bonus credit. Now, luckily, most of these collections are small, little crappy ones. There's a big one in there. You'll probably negotiate or get rid of it. Navy authorized user. Understand, if you have a person in your life that's military relative, you can get what's called an access code and get your own account. So this person has authorized user. I would like to show them how to get the Navy access code, who is their authorized user, and help you get your own account so we can position it. See, if you have authorized user, getting something to you is hard because they say you already have one. I like to go around that. Here we have kickoff. I think kickoff to me is garbage, but you don't need it. But let's just get some cards around this. So 5899, rebuild you. Priscilla's your specialist. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we need to know that right away. Go around this. Get rid of the authorized user, get your own account. And then from there, we can position this right. Rapid's already pushing you up. Look at this. Come on. All right. Results are good till 5/2/2025. What is Rapid doing? It's pushing you up, and away. It's what it does. It's what it does. So again, let's communicate and figure out if this person wants more. Because I'm hoping they want to get basically partnered and do some business. I mean, I think everybody needs 10,000 a month, don't they? Income to a corporate divisions, it makes sense. But again, 5935. Here we have 5935. Okay, we got you to go up a little bit so far. All right, hopefully you're paying attention. Priscilla's your specialist. To rebuild Rapid and 500 cards. So you paid 500 bucks. We're giving you a bonus back and paying you back through credit, which I've done all my life about personal credit for incorporations for clients. Now these just hit you this month, this last month. This hit you, it's paid, at least we go around it. Here we have this credit union. It's maxed out at 77%. Increase or basically pay down. Any problem, American Express or Chase. Results are rapid or good till 512. No green lights yet. Well, again, I might want to do an expedited rapid. 23 points, not bad. Go around this. Let's start popping some credit. Here's my problem. I'm going to rebuild this person. Priscilla's your specialist, and you're 59.35. After you rebuild, what are you going to do? I guarantee you 8 out of 10 of you will screw it up again, because you have to learn the rules and tools and the discipline, and you got to replace your income. You have to replace it to auto income so everything makes sense. 56.99. Now, if you like what you hear, I want you to click the link below. I want you to follow me, subscribe, because I'm changing the world. Would you like me to change your world too? Priscilla's another specialist right here. Okay. All right, that's only 100 points. Here's 100 points. Okay, no problem. So it's about 70 points. Here we have this inquiry. Okay, why would you do an inquiry? I hope you didn't crash the rapid. Here we have this basically 2000. Oh, here's a count. I got to 2000 for them, and they went after their own card. Well, that's nice. Okay, the only thing showing up is the 2000 card I got them. Where's the one you got? It's not there. What happened? Peekaboo. All right, got to go run the collections. All right, rapid was good till 218. So I just popped your card. You got a couple green lights, 22 points. Look what rapid's doing here. Look what it's doing here. Here it's dropping, here it's going up. Because basically what's happened with the rapid, it ended. So here's a person, Priscilla is your specialist. I would say, let's push this person to 700. Let's block the crap. Let's find out what they did on the one count they got for 2000. Doesn't show up anywhere. How do we push them up and away and get more credit? If I get this to a 649 and they haven't screwed up American Express, I can go after that card right away. Personal or business. But again, what do they want us to do? That is 56.99. 56.99. Here we have 58.09. Now here's nice. It's a millionaire in the making. 5,000 in credit. Priscilla's your specialist. Went up a little bit. Again, you just signed up at the end of last year. We got some collections hitting you. They all hit you now. All right, that's terrible. We have no revolving credit. Let's go get you a card. Let's block this, get you a card. Let's build you up and away. Okay, rapid is good till 5.2 anyway. And then here we're kind of flatlined. So we can rebuild this one. It's a million in the making. That means they have a corporation, or I'm going to handle one. They pay their filing fee. I believe you should get 50 to 100,000 in credit. I would tell this person to upgrade. Why? I get that history now. Here's the problem. Some of you wait till, well, I want it now. You got me this, excuse me. Now I got to add history and go after it 90 days again. You cost yourself time. Rebuild and corporation should be built simultaneously. Unfortunately, you screwed up this creditor and these creditors, okay? We got to go after this and rebuild it. You need some starter cards. That's 5809 starter cards. Once again, if you're in a rebuilt package, I'd tell you flat out, you know, if you want to increase it to 10,000 in credit, you'd sell $9.99. We're going to give you a corporation. You don't have one. You pay your filing fee, put you to class on Saturdays, some Fridays as well. And what do you get to do? You're stuck with me for 90 days in level 1 in corporate setup. That's how you increase it to 10,000. Or talk to your specialist. The goal is, I understand, to increase credit and limits all the time. What's a corporation? Legal person. What do I have to do if I max out my credit? Win the lottery, get a raise, or get some supply credit turned into cash. Or make sure I have a Navy account or something. So I can balance that debt once again. Now that I know rules and tools, I won't screw it up again and again. So again, ex-military or military person in your family. What do we do? Line 1, legal name of entity or individual person. So that line 1 is pretty important. It's how you create 3 divisions of you, 3 divisions of me, banking and credit purposes. So the ability, we can repackage, we can rebuild anybody. But the problem we have with everybody is like, what have you been doing? All right, don't shy like that. Button doesn't bite, okay? In other words, basically here, we want to make sure you push the like button. Because what happens is if you like what you hear, you get stuck with me. Could you imagine today if you like it and you follow me, we're going to add you to classes because you're here today for level 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow? All right, I think you got to push that like button like now. But again, here's Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. And what do we have? Business reports, tax ID. All right, when you have a building, car, apartment complex, or storage, and you sign it, you pierce your veil. I want you to talk to your specialist if it's not today or Monday. I want to make sure we got full communication every step of the way. Very crucial. Again, what we look at, 5842. So let's say this is a nice person, number 5842. You have no credit. You got nothing. Flat out. Look, no inquiries. All right, you go no credit at all. You're $1 million in the making, 25,000 credit per seller. What is Rapid doing for you? You have nothing to push it up besides a Rapid rescore, and look at what they're doing. From 580 all the way up to what again? All right, 660 and more. So we're going to position this to get credit and build it up. It'll take 3 cards, all right, 3 payments and build it up and away. That takes about 6 months or less, and that person can have 100,000 of personal and business simultaneously at the same time. Any screw up, American Express or Chase. Rapid is good till 512. You have 1 green light so far. Up and away, by the way. And don't worry, I already got you a card today anyway. So $1 million in the making, what do we get to do? 25,000 of credit. If they want 100,000, we should do 100,000 of personal and business. That's 200,000. The faster we add history, the faster we can go get the credit. So again, like I said, click the link below and put I like. See, I like me. You like me yet? Not everybody does. That kind of breaks my heart sometimes because not everybody likes you too. But what do we get to do? We get to tell you the truth. It'll set you free. Here's 5668. All right, what did you do? Look at this. We have a Bank of America inquiry. You have shitty credit and you're going after B of A. I was a consultant for banks for 29 years. Come on. Why would we waste that inquiry? Here we have all this collections. And they're not too big. Let's go around all the garbage. Let's look at Merit Bank. They'll increase the limit or pay it down. 2 things, increase limits or pay down. Here, look at this. We have all these other ones. Why don't we take here, all right, and get gift cards and pay down the other ones? How about we take Capital One 10,000 and pay it down? See, here's a person that could balance their debt to 29% in basically 45 days. Go around this. Any problem, American Express or Chase, I don't see them here. And I can push them to 750. But they're just a rebuild. What are they doing? We're just going to rebuild. Okay. Isn't that a waste to do all this work and not want 100,000 of credit? You know, negative 35 points. Well, your Rapid's ending. All right. And what happened here? We crashed it over here. Plop. You killed it. So let's see what we can do to build you back up. Please talk to Priscilla. And let's get you that 100,000 of credit, please. That's 5668. Now, 5950. Now, sometimes there's no score on an Equifax or something because there's an address problem or something. Priscilla's your specialist. Rebuilt, Rapid scored 10,000 in credit. Okay, you just got in the program February 3rd, no problem. Here we scored a little bit. What happened? See, this person took their Chase card and went to 90%. Okay, it wasn't that before. 90%, what happens to the score? It's dropping. We should increase. You should always increase scores or cards before you ask or jack them up, because that would be the most important thing to do. You have a credit union. Balancing this wouldn't be hard to do. Terminated B of A, get rid of it. American Express or Chase, did you screw it? Let us know. Look at the green lights. We can go get some goodies. Right now they're good, alone to be excellent or very good, okay? Your score's dropping here, so let's look at the address process and see we have no score here. Okay, so we'll see if we can fix that as well. Ultimate goes 5950, but you're only getting a bonus card for 10 grand. Wouldn't you want 100,000 or personal and business? Wouldn't you want to partner together and really get an auto income? That's what would make sense. But again, it's up to you. Here's 4997. 4997, you're $1 million in the making, 25,000 of credit, and then 15. Brandy's our floor supervisor manager. She's your specialist here, okay. It's like, look at the difference, 650, 734. All right, we pushed you up here. See, look at what happened. You have 2 inquiries here. You have how many? 2, 4, 6 inquiries here. That's why it's out of balance. They only pull this report, not this report. Then you got this kickoff for 3,500 bucks. I think kickoff and chime is crap you don't need, but it's up to you. You have a collection for auto, but I understand auto, if they do a 1099-C, you might have a tax problem. Here's Wells Fargo. Lucky it's only 2,000 bucks. Here's these term accounts you don't need, authorized user you don't need. Any problem, American Express or Chase, we need to know that as well. Balancing all this, because let's understand, you don't have a $5,000 to $10,000 card. This is why you keep playing the up and down show. We got to get rid of the up and down show. So again, you got 650 here. You're dropping your points. You have 34 points going up. Your rapid ended, it will end on 6.7 as well. So if you like the link below, click it, follow me. We can build you up and away to that American dream as well. All right. So the bottom line is like this is 49.97. Okay. So as we got questions over here, okay, keep running the cards. Never go up 29%. Each card, rapid, yes, that's correct. See, what you realize is simple. We have to balance the debt. Okay, a $10,000 card isn't $10,000. It's $2,900. We have to understand how to play. I want to partner up. I paid for 15-minute call. I'm ready for you. All right, basically from there, no problem. But I can take it, and I will be a corporate millionaire. So I can be honest and direct with you. That's great, because that's the goal. All right, and we got to play the game. So again, we get to win, and that's Dell. I know you, Dell. All right, we can get you where you want to go, and that's the ultimate goal. Everybody can get there. Do you not get this so far? Everybody can, and that's what the goal should be. There's no reason not to. You know, I'm sorry you went through, you know, whatever you did in your life, but you should have played with me a long time ago. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. It's like, where you been? Okay, I want to make sure you're the next corporate millionaire. That's what makes sense. Branding specialist, no problem. Rebuilt 5,000 credit. Look at this, 595 to a 700. That's 100 plus points. Did we do our job yet? But understand, here's the person that I popped a card earlier today. Okay, they got basically open sky. They aren't. Now this is wrong. All right, why is it wrong? Because when they looked at it, all right, they didn't readjust these, and I know they're below. You got one at 32, and the other one's at 26, I believe, earlier today. I already popped your card. You build you up and away. Please don't screw up the card. It's a venture card. They're going to call you. Did you apply? Say yes, because I did it on your behalf, please. It's 59.12. Okay, so we're really building you up and away. Rapid is good, and you have some green lights here, 2 of them. See what it's doing is pushing you up. It'll go up, away. Rapid, the way it works is that it actually blocks crap and pushes scores up. Not bad for just signing up right away, huh? All right, let us do our job, and what do we get to do? Build you up and away. That's 59.12. Now 53.88. So here we got Priscilla Specialist again, rebuilt. When I see rebuild, it's like, why don't you go get the corporate and all these pieces? I don't understand. To me, it's the most frustrating thing in the world. 53.88. Okay, I pop you 3 cards. Okay, we got balances on 3 cards, no problem. We got to get you 3 starter cards. Listen to the starter cards. Build the score up. What happened? We started at 566. And what are we at now? Over 100 points. All right, that 3rd card I need to know, as I told Priscilla earlier today, reviewing your file personally, that what happened on that 2-7 card, I know, then I heard you using it. It needs to pop up here. There's no problem, American Express or Chase. So again, 3 cards in rotation, push this person to 700, but here's my problem. I got to be careful that I don't over pop you. In other words, if I get you American Express personal business, I don't tend to do that unless you're getting 100,000 in credit or you're in coaching. Oh, if I over pop you, then you owe me some money, then it's like pulling teeth trying to get the money. Okay, I don't want to do that. But I want you to understand the card we got and that card there, a balance on it. So you're looking good, okay? But again, your rapid did end. Today would be talk to Priscilla, get in a new rapid rescore, and upgrade that to 100,000 in credit, please. That's 53.88. Come on, you know it's working already. I could see that somebody all of a sudden in the beginning, well, Ray, I don't know if I want to do this or that. Then you get a card, It's like, it's working. So let's run. If you don't run, that's up to you. I want to run. 55.98. Okay, so let's look. Here's Brandon. He's a rebuilt rapid $1,000 card. 635 to an 828. You're ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Still has 2 collection accounts, one paid, one not paid. What do? We have a rapid was good till 121.25. Okay, 208 points. I'm sorry, but this is going to drop pretty soon. Why? There's no rapid in place. We got to keep it going. See, this is what breaks my heart. They're getting $1,000. They're getting $1,000. We're done. I'm sorry, they're going to screw it up again. 8 out of 10 people, 9 out of 10 screwed up all the time because they don't listen and finish the blueprint. This person, get rid of the authorized user. You don't need it. Balance these other two. Let me push you up and away. Go around this crap. We could build you 100,000 in credit in 4 months or less, personal and business. But again, how do I get someone to listen and learn? All right, that's 55.98, but it's up to you. I like to rebuild you my way a little bit. Okay, here's 50. That was 55.98. So here we have basically 60.17. 60.17. Look at all this collection crap. It's all hitting you in March this year. All this crap's hitting you now. This means if we balance all this across the board, go around, you screwed up Navy. Why? Damn it. I could have got you Navy all over the place. I give people up to 80 to 100,000 in Navy personal and business. Well, a little too late there. Damn, it's too bad. See, you should have went to me before you screwed it up. I would have showed you how to play the game to go around all the crap. Instead, you come here after you screw it up. That's not good. But again, this person here, it's a rebuilt rapid score 5,000 credit card. Okay. And Christopher's your specialist. We're going to go around the crap, get this balance, and push your score up and away. Any problem, American Express or Chase? There's a Chase here. I guess it's yes for a Chase, so change that to a yes. Any Amex card screwed up. Again, we want to go get the goodies. This is American. Hopefully, it should be American Express. So, but again, getting this person built up is not going to be a problem. But again, we got to go around a lot of crap. I'm sorry you screwed those up. If you would have came to see me, I could have probably told you 10 different ways to dodge the bullets everywhere. But again, it's up to you. We get to play the game to win. Here's 55.52. Okay, 55.52. Again, here's a bankruptcy done 5 years ago. This person should learn how to seal their bankruptcy so it wouldn't show up. Brandy's your specialist, rebuilt. Scores are going up. This went up 80 some odd points. This went up some points, 30 points here. Bankruptcy go around. If they bring these debt, I mean, look at the crap cards. The problem is you have limits that suck. They're literally crappy limits, and that's the problem. Trying to balance $500, come on. It's almost impossible. American Express or Chase, did you screw them up? I need to know. Were they in that chapter 13? Your rapid was good till 1/2/2025. Rapid was pushing you up. You see, was pushing you up. Get your butt back into another rapid. Deal with Brandy. Let me push you up. Let me go around this and balance this so I can get you a big boy card or girl card. Okay, come on. Let's get you 5,000, 10,000. Let's build this up. Let's run. See, here's my problem back in the 80s and 90s is I was doing millions and billions, but I needed my clients as my soldiers because I want to buy up their neighborhoods and have fun with auto income. Positioning is key. You can't be everywhere at the same time. That's the client came in handy that way because I just wanted to make more money. It's a game. I like playing the game of business, so I wrote the books. 51.81. 51.81. All right, this says 50,500. Priscilla's specialist, okay. Here we have a car. All right, you should have put basically not inquiries. You didn't do that. See, you let them sweat you to get inquiries. Those we can, if you got the car, we can merge it into one as a, what's basically you got the card or you got the car. So you can merge it into one because it's a duplicate. Here we can go around this crap. All right, you got Credit One, LLC, whatever it is. From here, it's not Credit One the creditor, or is it? Because you don't use the LLC. If this was balanced, I can push you to 750 right away. Hopefully you want part of that for personal and business simultaneously. But again, Discover will increase the limits on the dashboard. Some green lights, Rapid was pushing you up. It was good, but it ended. So this is going to go in the opposite direction. That's why it's only 1 point right now. This person needs a new Rapid. You need to quit doing inquiries and hopefully from there go around all the crap and balance the score. We can push this person up to about 700. This will take 90 days at less. but all I have to do is listen and learn. The follow through is the key. Once again, if you're getting bonus credit like $500, $1,000, if you Zelle $9.99 today or talk to your specialist, they're going to hand you a corp for free. You pay the filing fee. They're going to put you in level 1 and set up with me for 90 days, even the tax ID. From there, that's how you get up more credit. And what do we want to say? I'm willing to sacrifice the division, not the corp of my family. I'm sorry, but all of you have been sacrificing you and your family. I mean, that's just nuts. I don't understand that. Okay, what's a corporation? It's right there. Legal person. What do we get to do if we need supply credit? Supply turns to cash. Or maybe we get Navy. We got to find a way because we're not winning the lottery, getting a raise today, are we? Big enough to do it? I can just tell you what I did. Again, military or someone in your family. Legal name of entity. Entity, division, individual person. I'm a person of flesh. Ow, ow, ow. I can get one of these for me. That's how they designed it in the first place. Banking and credit purposes. That was the ideal situation right there. If all of a sudden, let's understand, half of you, 80% of you have shitty credit. Sorry to say it that way, it's true. If you would do the division of you, that division of you would have had the bad credit, not you, the person. A corporation's a legal person. If banks and grocery stores can do this, this is what gave me all the ideas, seeing what they did when I was a kid, banking and credit purposes. All right, I set up Experian, changing Equifax under tax ID business reports. I established the dashboard in '87 while I was training in Yarborough. Building, car, apartment complex, storage unit. You pierce your own veil every day. Who should you be talking to right away? Your specialist. They're going to hold your hand and walk in my door. My door is a revolving door. Might as well just go in circles. It doesn't stop all day long, okay? Because I'm answering questions and dealing with people all the time. I want to make sure they get there. There's the goal. I told you earlier today, I want you to repackage you, and this is the checklist to be a CFO. What do we look at? We look at Linda and Dwayne. I mean, come on. Here's a beautiful couple, all right, doing this right, doing what they're told to do. Starts with $1,999. Okay, what happens? Okay, if we use a card like American Express for $5,000, it's $50 a month. So what you waste, you can invest in yourself and rebuild you. $344,000 a month. Is that a good number? 6.4 million. What do you think? And what do? They use the credit as I build it up a way to do more things with me. I want you to check out their what? Their testimonial. They were at the last summit. They were there. You weren't there. You should have been there. You better be at the next one. Scan it. Watch the video. And if you like what you see today, click below. Get the like button too, because I'm going to change the world. Would you like me to change your world? Let me know. Repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. Okay. Specialty class, you got level 1, 2, and specialty classes. Specialty, we charge $500 per class. Level 1, 2, and 3, that's usually $1,500 for 90 days. Normally $5,000, $4,000. It's $9.99 today. Since you're here today, if you finish listening to the end and we see your name till the end of this presentation, we're going to make sure you're in level 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow. That's right. If you're not getting them, you'll be added to the list. So what do? You can Zelle for classes if you want them after tomorrow and today too. All right. You got your specialist, 800-254-9506. What is our goal? All I was trying to do is change the world. Showing what I did, how I got from trash can, eating as a kid, being used and abused, how I got to corporate millionaire to billionaire. That's all I was doing. Let me show people what needs to be done, the truth. I always wish I had someone like me to help me. So if you're not at this 3-day summit, in person or online, I'm sorry, that's the dumbest thing in the world. This changes lives forever, forever. And that's the goal. April 11th, 12th, and 13th. Next, not this weekend, following weekend. What are we going to do? The office is going to tell you this is $5,000, but they're going to hand you $50,000 of credit, no problem. There you go. All of a sudden today, I'm going to say online only $19.99. Now their price online or in person was $29.99. That needs to be done now. There's your Zelle, or call the office right away. Use the card, 5% more. Okay. I like having fun talking about leveraging money, tax balancing, nonprofit, become the bank, buckets of money, tax balancing. Not only did I write books on all these things, I actually created a lot of the stuff that you see and use today. All right. And I mastered, God gave me the ability for all these pieces, not just little pieces. So you get it all. So what's a corporation again? All right. What do the banks and grocery stores and cities do? What are you allowed to do? 3 divisions of you. Do you want to be a millionaire? Say no. You want to be a corporate millionaire? Say yes. And every entity, what is it? A bucket of money. Every location is protected. Screw up one location, you got 10 more to go. It's a numbers game. We look at financial series, tax balancing, become the bank, buckets of money. That's what I always did, buckets of money. There's a reason I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, Bill, because I'm not fully, you know what. And my clients to this day, I've helped their what? Kids. It's half the fun. And not too bad since I'm only 39 and a half, huh? Oh, I decided to not age. When I turned 39, I stayed at 39. I got stuck. How about get a pack of 10? Let's go ahead, get a couple of these. Let's get 9 more sisters. Doesn't that make more sense? Why would we ever take and hurt the family? I don't understand that. I didn't have a family as a kid. When I got my wife and my 6 kids and my 13 grandkids, I protect my family. Divisions, add history, pop the credit, daisy chain, then tax ID. What do we get to do? Today, divisions are on sale. You get to get literally $9.99 each. How about we get 3, 9, or 12? How about we look at with or without credit and we double the number for you today? 6, 18, 24. There you go. So that's why you can do it up, and away. What do? There's your Zelle. There's the office phone number 2. Every one of us have the ability to get that 100,000 or personal and business credit because that's what you need. It's better to finance the business off the credit because you're not winning the lottery getting a raise. Today, 100,000 is discounted 50%, $49.99. Very simple. From there, if you wanted only 50,000 to get started, it's simple. It's discounted $39.99. If you wanted 25,000 in credit, you'd pay what Linda did, $19.99, and we build her up and away. But again, it's going to up to you to listen and play with me. There's your Zelle information. There's the number to the office right away. Now, I don't believe you have your time. And for me, it's priceless. I'm up every day at 2:25 in the morning. I get on my knees, say, thank you, Jesus, for yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forgiveness too. In Jesus' name, amen. Then I go look in the mirror. See, I've been doing the mirror test since I was a little boy. I knew I had to get myself out of what I call hell. So again, money-making machine, you and me, we get to play. Boring and steady makes sense to me. So it always has. So I'd like to buy your neighborhood. I couldn't be everywhere. Okay, can you imagine? I got 22,000 payphones and buying routes everywhere there is because people didn't like them. I did. It was a numbers game. 6.6 million a month, and they're just going, what? See, why don't you own part of that restaurant, that Wendy's, the storage unit, the apartment complex? They're everywhere. Why didn't you do that? Did these not work or something? I don't understand. So my way is simple. All right, Millionaires Founders Kit, 12-book CDs, 12 months. There you go. There's your 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. And then at the end of the year, you got a $1 million corporation. But it's going to be up to you to listen and learn too. I told you to take a picture of this earlier today. That's what we're going to focus in at the summit. That's what we're going to focus in person or online at that boot camp. And if you miss it, you miss the opportunity of a lifetime. But it's up to you. We're going to partner up and have some fun. Those who get a pack of 10. Why not? What if we did that to every card we get? Ooh, but again, you have to be serious. Some people are afraid to have a rich corporation. Why not? If I can do it, you can do it. We partner up, what do we got? We have $10 million allocated so far. But remember, you do, we do, or I do. And that's the goal of auto income. So click the link below if you like me. Subscribe and have some fun because you get stuck with me every step of the way. That's the ultimate goal. So as we do these things, let's understand these things here flat out are auto incomes, and that's what our goals is. We've got to make sure we understand how to play the game to win. The ultimate goal. So here we go. Here's Randy. Thank you, Ray, for all the information. I've been contacting Priscilla, waiting for her. Call back. Looking forward to working with you and your team. Great. All right, let's go. All right, no problem at all. So the goal is very simple. Every one of us have the ability. Okay? Priscilla's at the office at 5 o'clock today. All right, I will make sure she calls you right away. You call her too. What do we want to do? Partner up. You see, there's no reason you don't get a Wendy's restaurant. One of my favorites. And I bought my first Jack in the Box when I was 19. Got my first storage unit at 19 as well. And I wrote books on laundromats, dry cleaning, all the stuff that people copy on all the time. But again, that's auto income run by third party. So what do we need? 100,000. We take 25 to 50. Does it take one person or two people or three people or four people to partner in a location and in what we're trying to do in the project? Do you want 25% of it? And I get 75. Do you want me to get 25 and you get 75? Or we work the numbers so everybody wins? What is the goal? Auto income, auto income. You've wasted money on things that didn't work. Here's a way you use corporate credit to invest and get an auto income back to your corporation and your divisions, and you don't bring the pain home. Isn't that the ultimate goal? Never to bring the pain home? I gave you the checklist. I hope you took a picture of that. That's how you partner with me. 1 through 7, you get A through E as well. So those are the things you have to do and play. So what do we get to do? I got 3 open right away, ready to play, coming up. The average person will take 6 months, 8 months at the most. So trying to discount things to help people to get them the keys. So what is our goal? Coaching is usually for a year is 20 to 30,000 with me. Here's a way you can partner with me because we're going to partner up. You get a discount. You're getting 12 months of coaching with me for basically partnering with me biweekly, and you go to the summit and the boot camp. That's $10,000. But we're going to partner together and have some fun. Again, it's a little different than normal coaching. It's a Zell. You call the office, 800-254-9506. Now, sometimes I build you too much credit. Sometimes people want to make some money off the credit. What did I have to do? 80s and part of the 90s, I had to loan out the money. If I could loan out money, I got a cash flow free at my time. That's how I created it. If you allow me to set up an account for $5,000 for you, the brokers want $2,000, that's a little fee. But for 5,000 investment cash or card, if it was a card, it might be 50 bucks a month. You're getting 8, 9, 10. And that's the ultimate goal. It almost doubles the money in 12 months. It's a way that you can create an income or create one as well. There's many ways to play that game, and to me, it's always Zell. I like Zell. It makes a lot of sense. Phone calls with me, pretty simple. A phone call is 15 minutes Q&A. If it's a blueprint, it's up to 1 hour with hopefully your partner of life. If it's coaching, phone calls are every other week. Now, you want a phone call, that's what you want to do to get your feet wet a little bit. Today, I'm discounting it to $199. That way we can talk right away as well, get your feet wet. From here, the blueprint, we got to do a blueprint. I don't want to guess. I want to know exactly your past, present, and future. Office is $19.99. Okay, if you're going to that summit and you're getting in to partner with me, you're getting that blueprint call for free. But again, if not, it's $9.99 to you if that's all you want from me. What do we do? Zell, now. That's the way it works. All right, coaching. Coaching, typical coaching is help you do what you want to do, and I'm going to play with you every which way we can. You get your hands dirty, or I actually do some work with you for you too. So that's a bi-weekly call. Now, what did I always do? See, I know we have all these, HUDs and 203Ks, Section 8s and DSR loans, but I like using credit. Why do I want to use some of this credit? It's very simple. If I use the Wells Fargo 150s and I take basically what, $40,000, $50,000 off the card, I'm going to finance the dream. I get more cash flow in. Usually that's car wash, laundromat, dry clean. If I take 100,000, all right, that's probably a storage unit. If I take 250, could be an apartment complex. All right, there's a lot of programs out there, but sometimes I like the cash offset the taxes. There's a lot of ways to play this game to win, and that's the ultimate goal. So boring and steady works for me. So here's a mini coaching. Maybe you want to get your feet wet. The blueprint call after that, 10,000 in credit and rapid rescore. Okay, it's usually $4,000 for that. Today it is $19.99, so you get a little mini coaching. Again, you walk as fast as you want to walk or run. Miata is like taking over the world. It's half the fun. That is an opportunity during the broadcast with me. If we go for a 6 weeks, and this is basically helpful, 6 weeks, we want to get that blueprint call. We want 25,000 in credit, okay? And we want to expedite to rapid and put level 1, 2, and 3 specialty. In other words, we want to package this $11,500 package today, never been offered before by me. All right, it is literally $39.99, $4 grand, okay? And you're going to reimburse yourself with the credit. We just got you on top of that. That's a 6 weeks coaching. It's a Zell called The Office. Why am I trying to push? I want you to partner with me to get auto income because I don't want you going up and down anymore. The way you did it didn't work. My way works. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. What do? We have to change what we think because the IRS says small companies 5 million. So let's do this long term. Let's go fight to get the keys. There's the goal. So if we do this correctly, we daisy chain credit. We understand how to connect the dots every step of the way, and that's what our goal should be. All right, in projecting in the daisy chain and bi-weekly calls. What's our next step? Well, I wanted to get you to partner up in the other program or this program, but either way, I want to get you from every angle. I want you to click the link below. I want you to partner with me because I want to change your life. Everything you tried didn't work 100%. 3 months of coaching today, $5,000. You get 50,000 of credit. 6 months of coaching, $10,000. So pick this or pick the other one. I pick the other one to partner with me. Not everyone wants to partner with me. That's okay. I can understand. They do want to do their own thing. That's 100,000 of credit. 12 months is usually 30,000. Today it is 20. And what do you get to do? 200,000 of credit on top of that. Our goal is to figure out which way do we have to get you in a program, partner up in all the things we want to accomplish. And we're going to do this together. But again, it's going to be up to you. Rapid rescore, push scores up. I already showed you how it works and in green lights. Rapids are $500. That's what they cost us to do. All right. If you do what you're told, you're always at 750 plus. If I want to get analytical 750, they're going to analyze. I want them to fire Credit Karma. I don't like companies that won't talk to you. Clients complain all the time about them. Here is the 10 steps for a 750 score. And what are they going to do? Simple. They're going to go out there nationwide and replace Credit Karma. They have a 24-hour call center to help you as well, implementing that as well as they analyze you. It's $25 you want to Zell now. Every 46 days, someone's on the phone with you personally. Your personal person holding your hand and say, this is good or bad, what you need to do. And what's next? Simple. The faster you Zell the $25, the faster they get to do what? Call you and set up the appointment. But keep in mind, the next phase is Dun & Bradstreet set up and analyze that too. Then Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax that I set up already so they can analyze and tell you from personal and business simultaneously. It's a game changer. Today, if all you want is the 750, you need real cards of $5,000 to $10,000, rapid rescore. All right, dispute anything for 9 months for free. Normally $14.99. Today it's giving away $500 off that. It's $9.99 to you today. And again, never bring the pain home. Now rebuilds, that's fine, but what about the millionaire in the making? Let's get you 25,000 of credit. Let's charge you $24.99 to give you 10 times your money back. Well, what do? Analyze, add history, and pop credit. Then we discount that today to $19.99. That's the ultimate goal. All right, I'm always going to say Zell now. But that's how it works for me. I like that. Help me, help you, and help other people. Referral program, okay? Affiliate program. All right, literally, Robert got $12.50, and I make sure it's Zell to his Zell business account. If he does this correctly in the referrals, what does he get? About $5,400 this month, just on a part-time business. Not too bad, huh? This weekend and today, I would tell you flat out, tell all your friends and family. Tell everybody you know to go get their credit reports for free with all 3 scores right away because you can't get it anywhere else besides analytical750.com. Scan it. Give them the scan. I want you to realize if they get into a program, you get basically up to 10%. Would you like to make $1,000 this weekend? I think you have to scan it right away and do it now. But it's up to you. If I've ever gave you any information like Dell and all these other people, even Lewis, on and on and on, and Linda, scan it. Do a Yelp review for me. Push the button below for the like, because I want to change the world. That means I can help you, you can help me. Doesn't that make sense? We partner up together too. What do banks and grocery stores do? They bankrupt locations. What could have you done? 3 divisions of me. So the goal is to do what? Stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram our brain into millionaire status. Look behind that curtain every step of the way. That's the goal. Sometimes I say, and I don't plan what I say and what I do. It's just me. And the reality is I'm going to do my best, and Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Got to do my best. All right, because that's all I can do. But I'd like to change your life if you allow me to. But again, you have to be playing with the program. So what do we get to do? So no problem. So you have the ability to change your life. I just want to be able to help you and hold your hand every step of the way. I want to be part of your journey. Right now, you got 800-254-9506. What I offer today can be Zell, or talk to a specialist right away. But again, click the link below. Why? Because you can help me help you. I just want to change the world. Okay? And I think we can do it together and have some fun at the same time. And that's the ultimate goal. Yesterday, I have 300 in Navy. Try it again. All right, Kenneth, remember, we have to wait for the green lights again. We got to look at their pre-qualifier again. It says secure, but last week it said 6 good cards in line. Again, they dropped off the cards. Let's look at it again. All right, unfortunately, it's got to be a little patient to that. Okay, thank you, Ray. All right, thank you, Pastor. Oh, by the way, I'm a licensed pastor in California, by the way. If you want me to marry you, let me know. Okay. All right, internet, all right, no problem. Can you please redo the credit? Well, what's going to happen is if you miss something today, your specialist can go with it for you as well. All right, and yes, I screwed up. Well, okay, at least you're honest. You screwed up. All right, see, that's the thing. All right, with my employees and all the things, I always say, we're going to fight sometimes. Okay, that means we're going to argue. We might disagree on something. Well, we got just like clients. Clients aren't always right. I'm not always right, but if we work together, what do? We accomplish the goal. So let's do this. Let's call that office right away. 800-254-9506. Let's click the link below to help me help you. And because you like and what you see, you subscribe to me as well. And because you're here today, I'm going to make sure they put you in level 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow. Okay, that saves you about $1,500. You get those for free today. What do? We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.